The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. Let's go, America! That's right. We are just a couple of days away from when George Washington rode his mighty bald eagle Sam and defeated the filthy British and their syphilis-infested inbred king.
Completely correct. You're right. America wouldn't exist without Britain.
Yes.
Happy Commie Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your country doing? So,
I mean, I'm out of it right now, so I don't know.
I mean, that says everything.
that does. God bless America, everybody. It's American Pride Month. And this is the real BBC, bagging, boarding, and chatting. And I have nothing to bag and board right now. Sorry. I will next week.
I have a couple of things.
You got a couple of things? That's good.
We can nail the chatting part of it, so we got that.
Well, for sure. I think we got that one down. I think we're okay on that one. I'd like to welcome everybody here. Yeah, so we're aftermath of Iron Shark, which was just a massive success for Disney. It's saved everything. And
isn't that back tonight? Is it back tonight?
It's back tonight, bro.
They did it on purpose. They put it out after Real BBC, so you know. We know you did it on purpose, Disney.
I did. Is everybody ready for the finale of Ironheart after a solid week of a season?
So much speculation. All the theories that have been crafted is crazy, man.
Oh yeah. Those theory crafting videos are all over the place.
They want it over faster than we do.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I was just getting used to not doing Ironheart, and then somehow Ironheart returned.
Oh
tonight. And it's dumping the last three. It was, as Gary, you would appreciate this because we've both unfortunately had to watch the show more than once because of our reviews.
Yes.
So we like me, which is like the first episode's like 31 minutes long in actual content. And then the next episode's like 41 minutes long.
Yes.
And then the next episode's like 48 minutes long. And you're like, for fuck's sake,
I know.
Getting longer.
Oh, dude, what was it? Was it one of the Disney Star Wars shows where it was like, oh, it's like 35 minutes, but there's 10 minutes of credits, 10 minutes of opening credits, and then a scene where nothing happens. So really, it's just more like 15 minutes of watching it. And being like, oh, thank God.
No, that one Boba Fett episode, right?
Yeah. There was a She-Hulk episode that was 22 minutes long.
Yeah. There was that and a Boba Fett episode that was like 21 minutes long. Like a sitcom is longer.
Boba Fett didn't even speak.
Yeah, I know.
Which, in retrospect, would have been better maybe for all of them, but oh well.
What a show.
What a show. Ironheart.
It's great. I tell you what, though, one of the beauties about Ironheart, and this is legit beauty as well. I'm not even being facetious. Yes. One of the beauties is that the cliffhanger for the third episode to tie us over a week until the next three was that Ironheart was having a panic attack because she's just realized that she might actually have to be responsible for her own actions.
Yes.
She's having a we the baddies moment, I think, as well.
Can't victim blame anymore. Oh
no.
There might actually be consequences to my actions, and I'm having a panic attack because of it.
Well, that's how the episode 3 ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
It was very exciting that everything led up to her cutting off a piece of a cloak and watching a couple people die.
Yeah, watching a guy die so she could get a piece of fucking cloth.
Uh-huh.
It's very important.
Purposely leaving a guy to die.
Yeah,
Even though she could have saved him.
An evil billionaire who wanted to find a new way to grow food.
I love that. He was using. I love the description. He used technology and antique seeds. That was literally the description of it. And it's like, yeah, but they also said he's a self-made, homegrown Chicago resident that used technology and antique seeds to grow food. And then they went, he's a rich asshole.
Maybe Chicagan? Is that what they say for that? Chicagoan?
Chicago.
What is it?
Chicagan.
Chicago?
Chicagan. Sounds like a food.
Chiracian?
Chicagungan?
That's it.
He should have done that.
Blue milk with our deep dish pizza.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to fix my camera. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you heard the rules. We're only allowed to talk to ourselves.
But yeah,
no
so
talk to
they
each
said about that guy. They said he's putting farmers out of work.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Oh,
what?
but she wants to help the world and first responders and all
He's
this
got
stuff.
5 greenhouses. He's got 5 little. But let's say that he was through his technology and antique seeds able to create enough food to serve the public. Isn't that a great thing?
No,
because he's white.
But also, it wasn't just he's putting farmers out of work. It was he's putting farmers out of work. He's another rich asshole. So we're gonna steal his shit for us. It's like, what?
Wait, is this a game of Relooted?
Yes, it is. I can't wait
so you
for the
guys playing
team-up
that
episode.
that game Peak. Is that any good?
It's fun, yeah.
What do you do in it? It looked confusing.
You just climb. You have to climn to the peaks.
Oh, it
Man, there's a
sounds
lot of
like
those games
chained
these days, huh?
together. Oh no.
It's not chained together because you got independent, but it's to get to the top of each individual level to get to the top of the peak. So it's a lot of climbing and working shit out. And
is it better or worse than Chained Together?
I think Chained Together is better, but there was like a whole event that happened because we'd been streaming for 2 and 3/4 hours on Sunday, and we usually do 3 hours and out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went, should we just go one more time? And we all went, okay, let's go one more time. And then this stream ended up being 4.5 hours long.
Wow.
Because that last go just wouldn't end. It just QBG and Kara were like plowing through, kind of getting us through the level. We just kept going and going and going, and it got really kind of intense and fun.
Gary, we started talking about games because you left.
That's okay.
Just
keep the conversation going.
No, I'm fine.
I mean, it didn't help. My camera keeps going in and out of focus for some reason. It just started doing this.
What do you have the Elgato Facecam Pro 2?
No, I have a Sony
DSLR.
Yeah. Should not be doing this shit.
Yeah, because this is meant to work like a DSLR, and I've had to turn mine to fixed focus because it keeps out, taking me out of focus. So I've had to move to fixed focus. Just thought I'd tell you that.
Yeah, I thought I just turned the autofocus off, but it's still doing it. So, hopefully it won't. I doubt people care that much. Soft focus on my face is probably better. It's probably better. But games, awesome. We love them.
Video game.
So
great.
Hasn't Chris seen all 6 episodes of Ironheart?
Yes, he has.
And hasn't he said that she in no way takes any responsibility or there's no repercussions to her actions? And yes, you're out of focus again.
Yeah.
There's no repercussions to her actions at all. So there's going to be no
fading in
payoff.
and out. God damn. Keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah, so there's going to be absolutely no payoff in terms of he's going to get hers. She's going to somehow come out of this series on top. How?
Well, she'll be on top, but she'll just realize how great she is and get all the respect that she wanted by having a suit. That's it.
She's got a laundry list of felonies under her belt right now. A laundry list.
Listen, everyone achieves things differently.
Maybe she's going for a world record of felonies.
I was going to do a video yesterday, a recap video, and then I just decided to watch Squid Game season 3 instead. Because that was about an hour each. So that's nearly 6 hours of watching.
For all of the work I got to do, right? It's like Jurassic franchise, Ironheart, and Squid Game. And I have like a week to do all of them. It's just like, fuck it out.
Oh, you've just reminded me. I got to book my fucking tickets for
Rebirth.
Afterbirth.
Which everyone has said is bad. It's just not.
Yes.
There was actually, oh, let me find the meme, actually. Carry on.
Yeah, and also, oh my God. Somebody, I can't say who, but somebody that's been very sort of like, yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to Superman and all this kind of stuff. I was speaking to them and they were just like, dude, this marketing for Superman is absolutely horrendous and it's kind of putting me off the film. I'm like,
thank you for understanding me.
yeah, it's just like, yeah, the marketing for this film is hideous. You know, I really want the film to be good. I legitimately want the film to be good. But their marketing is, oh, dude, it would talk me out of the cinema.
You talking about Superman? I missed that. Yeah, because what else? But the marketing for everything else is normal compared to Superman at this point. The thing I was talking about, so because I mentioned this to Draker, and I just thought it was funny. We got Jurassic World Rebirth is the worst Jurassic Park movie yet. A flat, emotionless retread of familiar ideas with no sense of theme, scale, danger, or awe. Well, for Americans, awe. They were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. The classic sort of thing you have to say about every single sequel to that amazing movie. And you remember the architect in Matrix Reloaded?
Yes.
So someone's quote tweeted with a picture of him, and the quote is, "This will be the 6th time we have created the worst Jurassic Park sequel. We have become exceedingly efficient at it." Just
It's
excellent
funny.
at creating horrible sequels.
Because I posted a meme that I came across on my Instagram today. And the meme was, you know, you got the cat, you know, the woman pointing at the cat screaming. And the screaming woman is saying, Star Wars is better than Star Trek. And then the cat saying, we don't hate 6 of the 9 movies that were made. And then below, there's that, you know, that puppet that looks like that.
Yeah.
And below that, it's got like fans of the Terminator franchise.
Oh, it's been rough.
Right.
That's what it's become. Our era is now just a discussion of which fan base had it
Yes,
worse.
yes,
I do still
interchangeable
agree.
fan bases.
Doctor Who is still probably the winner. It's a tough fight though.
A
lot of people would say Terminator is the winner as well, because it's like, you know, Doctor Who is a lot longer, but there's different requirements, right?
Because
Different
he's
elements.
black. That's a bit of perpetuating a stereotype there.
You were the one who said it, okay, Mr. Hyper Racisms. But yeah,
you don't have to.
Out of like Predator, Alien, and Terminator is like the one that got hurt the most. But you know, it's like a lot of people would argue probably Star Trek got hit more than Doctor Who, right? But it's a tough fight.
Thankfully, a lot of the Star Trek stuff is just is streaming. It's not even TV; it's streaming. So nobody's watching it. So I don't know if people really know the state that Star Trek's in, whereas they definitely know the state Star Wars is in, and they definitely know the state that Doctor Who's in. So I think Star Trek's kind of under that radar, and as much as if somebody great picks it up, and it did get a little bit of good faith back with Terry Matalas' season 3 of Picard. So if somebody who really loves Star Trek, like just imagine, Gary, just imagine if the Roddenberry Institute was put in charge of creating Star Trek films. Holy shit. We would have a renaissance in terms of what Star Trek should be.
Essentially, Kurtzman being gone.
Oh,
like completely. Because there are people in the Roddenberry Institute who there are peripheral people who have worked on Star Trek before that Kurtzman has slowly brought in so they can just And I think in their way, they're like, we'll try to fix this as much as we can. But pretty much to a man and a woman who I've talked to, which is precious few people who have worked on that, they fucking hate it. They hate it. The Roddenberry Institute is the only one who understands it. But we are generations past anybody even understanding Star Trek or wanting to understand it. Dan put out that tweet yesterday, is like, they always want to make Spock emotional, right? That's the easy thing to do because they don't know how to crack the character. Remember, Leonard Nimoy didn't know how to crack the character at first. And is the only one who really had. And the thing, it was, I think, I can't remember, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but it was how he approached it. It wasn't just unemotional. It was like, I'm curious. Like, that's going to be my whole attitude towards everything is curiosity. It's like, that's mild.
Yeah, because Spock from the very first pilot with Pike is very different to Kirk Spock when they do the second pilot with
and that's what Kurtzman fell back on, by the way. That's what they fell back on and used as him being emotional in Star Trek Discovery Season 2. Sorry, MauLer, go on.
In TOS, become a bit of a formula that I look forward to, which is at the end of every episode, they usually have Spock, Bones, and Kirk talking. It's like concluding, and you'll usually get some very intriguing line from Spock, that surprises the other two, or they just comment on how Spock in that episode had a bit of a, bits in here and there of implying some stuff, because they always toy with him about his emotions, right? And it's you could tell they're figuring it out, as well as the audience, as well as the character, but in a much more productive environment than making him cry all the time or anything like that, which is now it's like, wait, you're talking about Doctor Who? Or are you talking about Spock?
Well, what Dan was pointing out was the weakness and the inability of the writer to crack this character. They need emotion because they don't have enough talent to go deeper than surface level. Let's make some basic drama and some conflict. And that's pretty much Kurtzman himself. They're not very good writers. So you get into the deep philosophical discussions with Spock. They can't push that forward because they're all dumb as fuck. I mean, that's pretty much it. And they did that with JJ Trek too. They did the same thing. And, I didn't get to make this point on Friday Night Tights, but that's kind of what I'm getting from Superman a little bit. So Superman is emotional. Superman gets emotional. Superman has lost his temper. And this is throughout many, many times in the comics. But when it happens, it's special, it's rare, and it's meaningful because most of the time he tries to be pretty chill and cool. So when he does lose his temper, that means something. Like, oh shit. It's like when Spider-Man finally lets go and beats the fuck out of somebody, which happens on very rare occasions. And it's meaningful. It's meaningful. So when you're showing this overly emotional Superman, what it screams to me as a comic book reader and a comic book fan is, you feel the same way about that character as Kurtzman feels about Spock. It's too difficult to crack. It would be boring to have a character who's not emotional. It doesn't create enough drama because we need to have interpersonal relationships and crying for theater kids, Star Trek. And Superman triggered, chat. And it's fine in context, and it might work in context in the movie, but everything we've seen, and then James Gunn yesterday, that CBS clip going around, he's like, I want my Superman to be vulnerable. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But he's Superman, and you just told me that you want to make him less super. And he doesn't have to crack. He doesn't have to crack a planet in half by punching it. And James Gunn threw a little shade at Donner. You can lean into Golden Age Superman if you want, but he's still Superman.
I just don't get anything from this marketing. And I was just saying while you were adjusting your cam that I was speaking to somebody who's been a very, very outspoken sort of like, really looking forward to this Superman film. And even they've been, this marketing is abysmal for the show. It's absolutely abysmal for this film. This marketing's been terrible. And Gunn's all over it. He's just, every stank is over it. And I just saw another thing. We're interviewing the cast of Superman and James Gunn. It's just like, Fuck off,
I saw
James Gunn.
a poster comparison of like different things and stuff, and then I saw the cast of the new Superman, and I looked through and I was like, oh, James Gunn isn't there this time. Like it was remarkable to me that there was a poster for Superman that didn't have. It wasn't like an official movie poster. It was more like a cast and crew sort of situation. I was just like, I'm amazed that there's even a piece of production material for that sort of thing, marketing, that doesn't have James Gunn in it. It was kind of nice, kind of a relief. I'm surprised he didn't cast himself in the fucking movie at this point.
I am positive there's a cameo of him somewhere.
Probably.
I'm going to keep a lookout.
Oh, is that going to be the Stan Lee cameo as James Gunn?
Oh, could you fucking imagine? God, like...
Don't do that.
It's already been willed into existence. It's too late.
No.
Damn it.
God, you could be fucking right. Oh my God, you could actually be right.
I mean, why not? At this point, it's the most scrutinized movie like of all time. So it'll be interesting when it comes out. It's going to be so divisive.
There's a lot riding on it, Gary. That's why there's quite a lot riding on this film.
A little bit.
Whether James Gunn wants to play it down or not, and he knows exactly how important this film is, because if this is fucked, pretty much everything's fucked.
Well, yeah.
Particularly Supergirl.
Particularly the follow-up movie, but they got a Batman script in. So
really, Supergirl's fucked anyway, right?
I can't see that doing business.
What would you say? What's the like? I think we've had this conversation, but like, what is the percentage of Superman that Supergirl is going to get?
Half.
You reckon half? So
I think less.
Less, yeah. I would go
I'm thinking
less
maybe
half.
Less, yeah.
I was like 25, 30.
I'd go a third. I would go.
Okay.
I think I'd do a third.
So Superman does need to get to $1 billion for Supergirl to have even a chance of
making 350.
It depends on what the budget is, right?
I'm gonna have it. Let's see if I can get a number. And it's next year, the Supergirl film.
Yeah.
Yes. It's done filming.
Right? Yeah.
It's done filming.
What? The budget for the 2026 Supergirl movie titled Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is estimated to be between $275 to $325 million.
That film's fucked. If that's true, this film's fucked.
If that is
Why the
true,
hell would you put that kind of budget on a Supergirl film?
No, if that...
Can't be right.
This is only based on Reddit information, so...
Oh, it's very reliable.
So it's about as reliable as a poke in the eye. But, look, even if this film has $200 million budget, it's fucked. If it has $150 million budget, it's really up against it. If it has $100 million budget, it might irk out a small profit. If it has a $50 million budget, it's got a chance. But I just wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being around 180 million. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would. Yeah, it's a complete unknown. It's not going to make $1 billion. I know that. It's not going to make $1 billion. A Supergirl movie.
Crazy.
It's not going to make 750 million.
Not unless she gets her fucking tits out every 2 minutes.
Okay. Maybe then. Maybe.
Holy.
Maybe. I don't. Hey, we got totally off subject. We got a trailer here. But what are you guys going to have to show? Well, I might be able to show it.
Okay.
Hang on.
Well, yeah.
I think I can. Hang on.
Sorry, I keep getting the little antenna signal in the corner.
Well, we are in. I mean, it's slightly better than your suicidal Canadian internet. So
wow.
There you go. I said it.
Wow.
He said it.
I said it. Marvel Animations Eyes of Wakanda.
Oh my God, in heaven.
Eyes of Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Gunda.
That's insightful, Garrett.
Thank you. Isolationist ethno state.
Yes.
We lower our force fields with turntables. And we let the people of Africa starve all around us.
Yes. Don't worry, we hate everybody, not just white people.
He's a kingdom.
So far we know Wakanda is a kingdom.
And the women look like the bulldogs licking this up and this up.
Secret.
Whoa.
Eyes of Wakanda. Many secrets. Looks absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, I couldn't give a fuck. But thank you.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Who said chirp in the chat? Chirp.
Oh, wait. There we go.
That did get me first time in a review. I was like, wait a minute.
Wow. No. I'm not really feeling it. It comes out in August, and nobody will watch it, and there'll be nothing on that month, like at all. It's crazy.
There'll be a lot of Twitter posts going, "Oh my god, this is the best! Marvel's return to form. This is the best thing since the last thing, and it's the worst thing since the next thing."
Oh, we're gonna get that in a couple weeks with Fantastic Four. But what
Finally
a year!
Return to form.
What a year they've had, dude. Old Marvel. They flop after flop after flop. Sorry, I'm trying to get to something. Where'd it go? Fuck it. Never mind. Have we gotten any projections yet on the Fantastic Four box office? I think it's still too early. I think it's still too early.
There was some. I think it was in a region of 125 to 145 million.
Yeah. Yes, there it is. So box office projections, and this is domestic.
Yeah.
125 to 155.
Yeah, they think 125 to 136, but the high end 155.
So right around a little above Captain African American. Above Thunderbolts.
Sorry, that lost money, didn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of money.
They both flopped.
Thunderbolts lost money. and yet was on a budget of 180 million.
Yeah, Fantastic Four's 200. I mean, that's just basically what they're saying for everything now. 250. Like, who really knows?
I could easily believe the marketing for that would be 100 plus, because they have been plowing money into that marketing.
They have indeed.
Yeah, like Pop-Tarts and cereal and yeah. Female Silver Surfer. Can't fucking wait. Can't wait. I still think Superman's gonna be a lot better. I do.
I'm okay with waiting.
Yeah, I mean, well, we got to wait for like a month anyway. We still got to get past Ironheart, which again falls tonight. The final 3 episodes, which are just as long, by the way.
Ironfall.
Really?
Yes.
I can't, dude. This show is well, yeah. This show was meant to be? Is it 8-9 episodes long? And they edited it down to 6.
Yeah, they re-edited it like almost a dozen times. Over the 2.5 years, it was pretty much sitting on the shelf and didn't know what to do with it because it was so bad. Barely promoted it. I can't wait to see Riri's arc finish up tonight.
Hell yeah.
She's going to
where she
gets
away with everything.
Yes. It doesn't save a single person.
And somehow everybody goes, "You're amazing" at the end. You should become an Avenger. Go fuck yourself.
Right. I am gonna do a watch party tonight for the members. Absolutely. We will share the misery. It's kind of funny though. It's kind of fun.
Misery loves company.
Before we get to that amazing Star Wars news, which I am sure is absolutely 100% true, we do have another trailer to go over.
Okay.
Whoa.
That came out and that I was mildly interested in. Yes, it's another effing remake, but it's directed by Edgar Wright. And I just watched World's End with Nerdrotic Jr. last night. Love that movie, man.
Have you seen what would, I guess, be considered his next generation of films, though?
Yeah.
Baby Driver, Last Night in Soho.
Isn't the guy isn't the main character from Baby Driver, isn't he like cancelled now?
Is he?
Kevin Spacey?
No. The driver in Baby Driver, didn't he go through like a Me Too thing or something? Or
don't know.
Something dodgy.
Yeah, outside of the trilogy, man, it's not been great. But man, I freaking love World's End. It's funny.
I love the Cornetto trilogy. They are top tier, excellent films. Some of the best British films ever made, and that's why he gets like a pass for any given project he's a part of. Especially something like if he's involved in like an Ant-Man, it's like, oh shit, that's probably gonna make Ant-Man way better, and then all that. happened.
In 2020, a woman known as Gabby on Twitter accused El Gore of essaying her in 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you move into Baby Driver, which I thought it was an interesting gimmick. I just didn't care that much about the story, and it's a huge step down from the quality of like everything on display in the Cornetto trilogy is just 11 out of 10, pretty much.
Yeah, like Scott Pilgrim's probably the best thing he's done.
Right? Yeah, I kind of like Scott Pilgrim.
I like it too. I hated the book. I fucking hate the book, but I like the movie.
But
the book is
Cal
Art.
You saw Last Night in Soho. Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, nobody saw it. I don't think you'd like it. Let's put it that way.
Probably not.
But so it's like, you know, hearing that he's going to do The Running Man, I actually kind of thought to myself, because I actually rewatched The Running Man not that long ago. I quite like it, but it does, in a perfect world, I think it is a decent choice for a remake. Like, because there's loads of commentary that can be reapplied about more modern.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't want anything remade, but when it's like, oh, let's remake the OT, it's like, no, never remake the OT ever. There's no fucking reason to do that. But remake The Running Man is like, yeah, you can change it up. You can remix a couple of things, and you can make it more about the realities of our society and culture and stuff, and get a new actor that can evoke something different. You know, like I'll Be Back, and then only in reruns. Like, that was awesome. It's like a sort of meta back and forth, right? But like,
yeah,
who would replace as impactful an actor as Arnie and iconically in The Running Man? And then, of course, the concern is like, for me, I assume you guys have different or maybe similar views, but I really like the format in the film of The Running Man. I know it's not accurate to the book that is adapting, the original, but I enjoy releasing a bunch of people into a world filled with like what are celebrity gladiator type assassins, and they're so corporatized, right? And they're so thematically sort of set that. And then, of course, I love the parts where it's like, you know, they're fucking psychotic, trying to rip people up and just kill them and enjoy it. But when they get killed, you know, they do like an in memoriam. And it's like it's like they were such a caring and loving family, but it's like they were psychotic. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So there's loads of really fun things you do. So I was like, yeah, I could do with a new good The Running Man, and Edgar Wright feels like that could be a really good choice of director too.
I thought, that's why I was mildly interested. What made The Running Man, the movie, like really special was Richard Dawson, dude. So I know he's an actor, but like here, he was a fucking game show host, right? So like seeing him back in a movie and playing that, it was freaking rad.
Who loves you and who do you love?
Right. So, but let's take a look here. I guess I get the trailer.
R.I.P. to him, by the way.
R.I.P. Yeah. When did he pass away? I can't even remember now.
I think about 6 years ago. I think it's probably going to be like 10, isn't it? But
probably
I think about 6 years.
It'll feel like 6, but it was probably 10 or 15.
Yeah. 2012 actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fuck it out.
Yeah. That's the way it goes. So let's check out the Running Man trailer.
Are you trying to get? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Right. First time me seeing this, by the way.
Look at this frame.
I know.
You ready?
Stop filming me!
Trailer for the trailer starts now.
Trailer.
Skipping the skip now.
35. Married, one child. In medical crisis.
We need money for a doctor now.
Ben.
That looked like a weed dispensary, but okay.
Oh my god! Thank God it's an interracial relationship.
I know. That's the first thing I noticed.
I was so scared that it wouldn't be. I was so frightened that it might be white on white love, and I hate that fucking thing. So
yeah.
We need
thank
money for
God
a
they got
doctor
that
now.
in immediately.
Ben. Watch yourself.
Employment status. Blacklisted. But there's still a way out for you. It's the biggest show in the country.
Bloodlust is our birthright. Set it free. Welcome to the Running Man.
Well, that was the big lesbian from Ant-Man Quantumania, right?
Wait, what?
Am I watching?
He was in Andor too. Yeah.
No, seriously though, am I watching a parody trailer?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. That's. I mean, hang on.
I mean, with the money in her hands.
It's hard to tell, but it looks like
Set it
her.
free.
She's getting cast and everything.
Welcome to the Running Man.
People on these games never come back.
I'm not trying to get myself killed. So kiss my ass twice.
Right there is why you can win this game. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. The entire nation hunting you down. And get your family out of Slumside for good.
I'm gonna come back here and burn this building down. I promise. That's the spirit.
This is America, goddammit, and we don't put up with no bullshit.
Right.
Yes! Hunt.
What did you just call me?
What was that?
What did you just call me?
Cunt.
Stop filming me.
Have you ever wondered if this game is rigged?
Guess we'll find out.
You might be moving up too fast. Hey, buddy. You're on freebie.
Hey, buddy.
You better run. I got a grenade.
Back at you.
Lee Page.
I'm still here. You shit eaters. Hey, big boys!
Are you crazy?
November 7th.
Oh,
the Yellow Flash video started up.
Hey,
What up, Yellow Flash?
as a girl, I like that trailer. Glenn Powell. There was one topless
Yeah,
scene.
I mean, not surprised.
Yeah.
I felt nothing.
Yeah, God, it feels like the RoboCop remake.
Yes. Yes. That's actually a very good.
It feels a lot like that. And I love
Yeah.
Edgar Wright. And you can see some of his like directing in there that looks, that's cool. He's a great editor. I don't know though. It just feels like fucking RoboCop remake.
Didn't do anything for me. I'm kind of like,
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe the movie will be great.
Yeah, maybe.
Like Glenn Powell.
Yeah, I like Glenn
Yeah.
Powell as an actor. I do. But nothing. I got nothing from that at all.
No, but we'll see.
I would have. I just, it just, I didn't get any bite from it. You know, I thought there was going to be some sort of real bite, and I would, yeah, I don't know. I just no.
And maybe that'll be in the next trailer.
Verhoeven or bust.
Yeah. Maybe they were just showing off the action, but it feels like there could have been a lot more, especially with, fucking influencers today. You could have had a lot of fun with stuff like that, and maybe there'll be more in like everything's content days that we're in, and just it souped up. That's why what MauLer's saying, like, this is probably one of the better things to remake right now.
If it's done right.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get sort of that Paul Verhoeven sort of biting social commentary, but the way he does it in a great comedic way.
And we could. Edgar Wright is capable of that. He's very capable of that, especially after watching World's End. There's tons of it in there. So we'll see. Hopefully it's great. But I just get a RoboCop remake vibe off that, and a Total Recall remake vibe off that. Both of those were remade, by the way. Does anybody remember them?
I saw that Total Recall remake.
Me too.
Horrendous.
I'm in theaters. Yeah.
Can I remember anything about it? No.
I remember being like, man, on one end you've got Colin Farrell replacing Arnie in a Total Recall story, and then you've got Adrian Brody supposed to replace him in Predators. You remember that? They overcompensate by having
Bryan
him.
Cranston in the
yes.
Was he in the? Oh
yes. Do you remember? Does anyone remember Adrian Brody in Predators put on like a ridiculously deep voice to come across as like rough and gruff? As he's like, "Yeah, we gotta get out of here."
Yeah.
It's when I think he was hoping to become like a hyper A-lister.
Right. I weigh 125 pounds soaking wet. I'm gonna take on some predators.
There's such an obvious miscast. Like, get someone else, please. I don't dislike Adrian Brody. He had to try so hard to fit into a role that was not suited for him.
I don't hate that movie.
Yeah, but
I actually like half of Predators.
Yeah.
I never saw it. I didn't care.
Yeah. If you're bored one day, if you're sick.
Better than a lot of the Predator
better
films.
But a lot. You just can't replace Arnie. The guy's irreplaceable. And particularly in today's era of fucking Glenn Powell isn't. But, in this era of kind of like fucking effeminate lead men, non-macho, toxic masculinity, fucking vibe that Hollywood wants to give off, how on earth are you going to find somebody? Arnie's unique. There'll never be another Arnold Schwarzenegger. There will never be one.
No.
And nobody can step into his, regardless of how good an actor you are. Colin Farrell's a great actor. He's been
I love Colin Farrell, but that was another miscast. Well, it was just a misfilm, honestly.
Because they're trying to like, we wanted to be more like a regular guy without being a regular guy, and Arnie's just not. He's just no regular guy. He never was a regular guy. Built different, attitude different. Everything about him was fucking different. You can never fucking replace that guy.
Yeah, good luck to the next person who tries to play Mr. Freeze.
What? Never be
Let off some steam, Bennett.
I can't wait till I get that 1/6 scale, dude. I really can't.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. Oh, and of course I sent you. They're doing the Nightfall Batman.
Yeah,
from
dude.
Hot Toys.
It looks good. I'm probably gonna get it.
I've ordered 2.
Put them on ice, Mr. Freeze.
Nice to meet you.
Stay cool, boy.
One day the dinosaurs extinct. The ice
Look how much
age,
fun you're having, Gary. That film is wonderful when you don't treat it seriously.
Oh, it's horrible. I'm not gonna own it though. I refuse. Not even for £8.
What
killed the dinosaurs?
I got the collector's edition of that. Fucking sealed.
Ice
No.
Age. Yeah, you got to.
I do not own Dark Knight Rises, and I don't own Batman and
Wow.
Robin.
Damn, I wonder if that's a hot take to equate Dark Knight Rises with Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I'm gonna share.
Somebody
this.
asked me yesterday if I'd rather watch Dark Knight Rises or Batman versus Superman, and I said Batman versus Superman, director's cut, all day long.
Ooh,
All day
I don't know
long.
which one I think
Because
is
at least
better.
something happens. Okay, there's a big swath of fucking Dark Knight Rises where nothing fucking
Also,
happens.
I don't know if this makes a difference for you, but for me, like BVS hurts less because it comes after Man of Steel, which I didn't really care about anyway. So, but meanwhile, like Dark Knight Rises actively murders a trilogy that was, it's like, damn it.
But maybe I'll give Batman and Robin a watch for shits and giggles.
Dude, I bet if we watched
You gotta save that for me.
today,
Okay? We'll do an
we
EFAB
just
movies
laughed.
on it.
Do you want to do an
Yeah.
Let's do an EFAB movies on it. Let's do it.
I'll bring
Release
it as
date
well.
2020.
We did one already, but we'll just shuffle around a new cast because I can watch that movie a million times. It's
All right.
so fucking goofy in the best of ways. I can't believe it got made. That's like, in retrospect, is so fucking crazy because wasn't the budget for that film something absurd, like 200 million?
Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Now
Because
listen,
Forever
Dark
did
Knight,
well.
Dark
and they
Knight
gave
Rises, I will acknowledge, is like a better directed movie and everything. It's just dull. It's kind of bland.
Yeah, it's very difficult to rewatch
Yeah.
because it
Rises.
just.
I mean,
because
I think part of what
it's
pisses
not
me
what
off about
Batman
that
would do.
is there's plenty of little things that are kind of working in it and then get squashed by the time you get to the end. Because Tom Hardy as Bane is like, oh, that's an idea. And then you
Yep.
watch what they do and you're like, oh.
And the Bane stuff is memeable as hell. I love hearing him deliver
Yeah.
Bane lines. I absolutely do. It's terrible, but I love it.
Yeah. Does it hurt? If I removed it, would it hurt? It will be for you. For you.
When Gotham is ashes, you have my permission to die.
There's some good lines in it too.
God.
There's actually some good lines in it, but yeah,
it is just meme content.
it is memeable. completely.
Punishment must be more severe. Hey, sorry, can you share this? So this is the Hot Toys Nightfall Batman from the costume used in the Arkham games, but
Looks great.
it looks excellent, and all these lights up, eyes light up, LEDs, absolutely fucking beautiful. Available to pre-order.
And the artists who worked on this just loved drawing this costume.
Oh, Graham Nolan hated drawing the Nightfall costume. Yeah, hated it.
Oh, it's so 90s. I love it.
It is. It's just
Little pouches on the leg and everything. Yeah,
come on, Come on, man.
Gotta
Come
love
on,
it.
man.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get my hands on this. See, that's kind of like doing the Kelly Jones cover. Kind of cover pose there. Yeah, there's some great fucking stuff there. Yes. Yeah, available pre-order now. Out probably sometime in 50 years.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the tariff situation's worked out. So
Okay. But yeah. Woof.
it's very coincidental that got worked out. And all of a sudden I got all these emails like, your thing is being released off a pre-order and it's about to ship. Blah, 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 blah. So thanks.
Wonderful.
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 Absolutely wonderful.
What a beautiful voice. I must go and kill him.
Yeah. And just to be clear, I'm not saying Batman vs. Superman's a good movie. Okay. I'm just somebody asked me what I'd rather watch. And as far as like things moving across the screen faster, I will choose Batman versus Superman. Like a cat would choose a laser pointer. Okay. That's pretty much it.
I think we'd laugh like a comedy at Batman and Robin.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And yes, I have ordered the George Clooney 1 in 6 Batman and the Nightwing Robin Chris O'Donnell that's available.
Does the George Clooney one come with a letter to Biden to ask him to resign?
It comes with a walking stick because he broke his fucking ankle playing basketball on the set.
Oh.
So you had to hobble around for a long time.
Wait, Clooney or Biden?
Yes.
Yes, both of them.
Oh my God. Okay. It's a rumor. Fucking Star Wars, dude. But it's a believable one, and I can't remember. It's some fucking scooper who's got his shit behind a paywall. So let's go to Forbes here. I'll pull up the article. X-ray, go. Oh, you got it. You got it. Okay, go. Oh, that's so it's Daniel RPK.
Oh, so it's meaningless. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's really slow in the rumor department, so I'm just gonna throw something up there that might be believable. And what the hell? Let's go over the possibilities of a Kenobi return.
I would have thought that Filoni would want a Kenobi season 2 himself, because he wouldn't be able to resist messing around with what is essentially the thing with Kenobi, and this is kind of frustrating because it's just true. He's so beloved in both the OT and the prequels, and you've got the perfect actor's age to be able to, and a playground of timeline. So you can basically, I'm surprised they didn't fucking make like 10 seasons already, to be honest with you. Just, they burn money. It's the kind of thing you'd expect them to do. You know that Ewan McGregor's on board. And I would have thought Filoni would want to be like, I'm going to tell my Kenobi stories, and they're going to be fucking awesome.
And then Ahsoka's going to be in every one of them.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a question to present to y'all. As you didn't see Andor, right? Season 2?
Sir.
Okay. But MauLer did, and I did. So after what we will call the success of Andor, which is whoever watched it pretty much mostly liked it. Critics liked it. Internally, it's like objectively, you look at it, it's the best thing they've ever done.
Internally been used to make fun of Filoni.
Yes. And but not a lot of people watched it. They put a ton of money into it, and not a lot of people watched it. Do you think there's any conversations going on like maybe we should change direction again?
No,
I don't think so either.
No, there may or may not be conversations about what Gilroy's going to do next within Disney, and they probably thought it's interesting, like the response critically compared to their other slop shows. But I don't know that anything would change course. Filoni's a creative director.
Yeah.
So we're fucked. And it's funny, like I've said this before, it's a bit controversial maybe, but that Kathleen Kennedy getting booted wouldn't change shit all. We would have to get rid of her and a hell of a lot more people, including him, obviously.
Root and stem.
Yeah, I think all of Lucasfilm. Fucked. I think you get rid of the janitor.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't think anything's going to change there at all. But somehow Obi-Wan Kenobi may return for season 2 on Disney Plus from Paul Tassi, big fan of Ryan Kinnell. Disney Plus's Star Wars offerings routinely are thrown up in the air when it comes to whether they'll get their more seasons. The Mandalorian and Andor are done. Mando with its movie, The Acolyte, was canceled. Come on, we can still get season 2. If we can get a season 2 of Obi-Wan, I think we can get a season 2 of it.
I mean, it would have to be better than season 1, right?
Sure.
The book will make the legendary Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fight again.
Well, that's the question, right? The book of Boba Fett is definitely dead. Who knows what happened with Skeleton Crew? A great show I'm positive few people even knew existed. The only confirmed show getting a season 2 is Ahsoka, which will likely air close to 3 years after season 1.
I mean, nobody is surprised. If there's one show Filoni would save, it would be his own.
Yes.
So I've made the argument in the past, and I stick by it, that if you wait 3 years between a season, for the most part, with rare exceptions like freaking Severance, it's your show's dead. But in this case with Ahsoka, I think maybe everybody will forget there was a season 1, and it might have a chance, and it'll still suck, but it might have a chance. People will go, "There's an Ahsoka show? Wow, okay." Does anybody remember Ahsoka season 1?
Yeah, it was fucking abysmal.
There's lots of pauses, lots of women sitting down,
crossing their arms.
Crossed arms. That's true.
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson was in it for 5 minutes. That was
He was great.
Yep.
For the most part, he was great. The bits that he was in, Balin Scroll.
The Hound is playing him now.
Yes.
Which is recast not a bad choice.
It's a good,
Yarp.
it's a good recast. Yarp.
Yarp.
Narc?
Dude, my kid just got into the Edgar Wright trilogy, and it's all
you
he's
could just
doing.
imagine
He
him
just goes
talking-
yarp all day.
Like, you could imagine him talking to Filoni and being like, "So, do you want me to kind of like channel? Well, he's Scottish. Do you want me to like channel the Hound from Game of Thrones when I'm playing Balin?" He's like, "No. What I'd like you to do is I love doing Hot Fuzz.
You know the
But if can
retard
do
you
that-
played.
Yeah. Can you do it like Hot Fuzz? Yarp.
Yarp. But now there are some potential developments with the series not mentioned above. Obi-Wan Kenobi, a new report from insider Daniel Richman, again, who has a Patreon page, and his hit rate is about 50%. I think I'm being nice. I don't even know because I don't care. Says that season 2 of Obi-Wan is in development at Lucasfilm. Now, in development means there could be, like Kathleen Kennedy said, she'll think about it. That could be in development. This is a show that aired in 2022, and being in development would probably mean that it would be 4 to 5 years between seasons, at least, because this is how Disney Star Wars works now.
It's fucking so stupid.
It's unbelievable. Like, as each day passes and you look back on it and you just shake your head and you're like, how did this go on for so long? Books will be written. This will be taught in classes. Well, it'll be an AI teaching other AI in classes, but it'll be taught in classes. Like, this is what the humans did to screw up Star Wars. And they might do a better job. Obi-Wan Kenobi had a solid enough 81% score from critics. What's the current critic score for Ironheart?
It was critic score for Ironheart on Rotten Tomatoes. It was around 60, wasn't it?
I think it's
or 70. It was quite high.
Let's take a look. Ironheart RT.
It's a lot higher than you think.
86%.
Yeah, it's the third. I think it's the third highest rated Marvel. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
So they liked Ironheart more than Kenobi.
Oh no,
that's a tough choice. A new report, right? Yeah, blah blah blah. This is a show that aired. Okay, so there, I've just caught up now. But a much lower 61% score from fans, and it's one of those series that, in hindsight, most fans probably like even less. Some honesty there from Paul Tassi, but its ratings were decent, and it's been well documented that it stars Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are itching to return for more. Here's McGregor back in 2024 speaking about the potential of a season 2. Obviously, between the end of Obi-Wan series and with Alec Guinness in is Obi-Wan, there's got to be another few stories in there. We're definitely hoping, or exploring that. I think that would be the word to say, exploring. Maybe actually have him babysit Luke Skywalker.
What? Why'd you do that?
Reva can come back.
Yeah. Can we bring back Reva?
They would.
Reva's sister. We can do that. A plot line about she has a sister.
Your
and
sister.
Another sister. 3 sisters, actually. And they're going to make this 3 sisters of Naboo or something. It'll be great. There'll be magic and lightsabers and a dinosaur.
I hope she gets stabbed in the gut again and survives.
Why?
I was going to say, stabbing her in the gut doesn't do anything, Gary.
Yeah.
What will be the point?
I want to see another woman survive a stab in the gut. That pussy Qui-Gon.
I know.
I know, what a bitch.
Well, now we know he just wanted to give up. He was like, I'm not really interested.
Yeah, get me out of here. I don't want to see another fucking pod race as long as I live.
Now that's pod racing.
Oh
54%
boy.
audience score, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, for Ironheart?
Yes. Yes.
I can't see you nodding because I'm looking at the article. So.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. One question is what exactly those stories would be and how they would fit within existing canon, as some of those have been filled with Dave Filoni's animated series which he ignores himself. Also remains to be seen how Christensen would return as Vader, as would there be yet another interaction between the two characters before the events of A New Hope. Of course, it would be the rematch of the century.
Whoa! Do it. Let's make that fight in Star Wars utterly irrelevant. So, Obi-Wan, we meet again for the 15th time.
It's the fucking meme from Toy Story 2 with Zurg, when he says to fucking, why am I, Jesus Christ, Buzz Lightyear. Nice one, brain.
Buzz Lightyear,
yeah. He's like, we meet again for the last time.
Yes. It seems all of this is stretching incredulity a little bit, as were elements of season 1, like an entire arc about little Princess Leia. It was also implied that there could be a young Luke storyline later. What?
Why? No.
Why at this point? Why bother? Who gives a fuck about Luke Skywalker in Disney Star Wars?
Not Disney.
Not Disney. That's true. That's true. As for Christensen, fans will really embrace his return to Star Wars, as it feels like redemption for him, where at the time his 2 movies were not terribly well received, but appearing in Obi-Wan Kenobi in flashbacks and as Vader and in an Ahsoka dream sequence, fans have enjoyed seeing him back. I mean, so you know what?
Yeah, true. People went fucking crazy over him flickering onto the screen, but it's just funny to be like, he can recover from the prequels. Like, yes, with Disney Star Wars, that's a recovery.
No.
By the way, isn't this like the 15th year of his redemption?
I guess.
You mean like the actor or the character?
Well, the character, because every time Hayden Christensen's mentioned now, it's always like, oh, his redemption. He's like, he's been involved for a while now.
Yeah,
you know. And to be honest with you, looking the prequels are getting healthier by the day compared to this Disney shit. So it's actually probably going to come to a point where he's going to be passing what they perceive as his redemption. And it's going to be like, oh no, Hayden, why?
You want to be, I'm happy for the guy. Like, he went through some shit back then and his career really didn't take off, but he seems like that might've been a benefit because he seems like a kind of a level-headed dude. And that's probably because he got the fuck out of Hollywood. So I think in the grand scheme of things, he's fine. He's fine. Doesn't he have like a little farm in Canada or something like that? That sounds like a much better life to me.
Yeah.
But if you want to greenlit another $250 million series based on a member berry of getting fucking Hayden Christensen back for 5 minutes, go ahead. It's fine. YouTubers are rejoicing everywhere. Everywhere. We're getting another Ahsoka. We're getting and again, Paul Tassie's right. And I'm not going to say that very much. It's 4 to 5 years between seasons. It's ridiculous. It shows how directionless they are. And there's no choice at this point. They're going to go on with the Filoni stuff because that's what they drudged ahead with. And that's the problem of building out a cinematic universe, especially when everything sucks. You have to keep going to keep the shareholders happy, to keep the board members around, to keep your stupid fucking leader, Kathleen Kennedy, employed for some reason. And it's a marvel watching this much incompetence and how much money is being burned.
It is like Marvel. You're right.
It is a lot like Marvel right now. This remains a rumor, but as ever, it seems like Disney does not want to leave the Luke Skywalker era in a meaningful way or a meaningful capacity. And the reason they can't, and here is the very hard truth, Star Wars fans and EU fans, I love you. I do. I love all Star Wars fans. They're great. They're great people. Even the ones who tried to cancel this channel. Great. It's about the Skywalker family. That's what Disney bought. That's what made it valuable. The EU didn't make Star Wars worth billions of dollars. Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker made Star Wars worth billions and billions of dollars. And if you are going to go out and start just being in that world and moving 100 or 1,000 years away, which you probably need to do, you're essentially creating a new franchise. Why don't you just do that? That's not what they paid for. And what still sells for them a little bit, all the classic shit. But it's aging out now. It's aging. It's fucking going to be 50 years old, dude. So it's aging out, and they squeezed all the fucking blood out of the turnip they can from this. And their only fucking option is to remake the original trilogy and the prequels, which they're going to do 100%. Short of what appears to be a single film in development, Dawn of the Jedi, which would go back way back in time, but we'll see if that ever eventually makes it out. And just breaking news, Kathleen Kennedy has left Lucasfilm for the day.
Oh my God.
No, has left Lucasfilm.
Stabbed you, you know.
For lunch.
You're on your camera mic, X-Ray Girl.
Yeah.
I actually thought like fucking as it asked is your phone is the question that it was replying.
Yeah.
Dude, that happened while I was recording
Siri.
my Ironheart video. All of a sudden, my phone starts talking to me.
My TV does that every once in a while. I don't even know what activates it. I haven't looked into it, but there's certain words where it'll just go, "What? What do you need?" And I'm just like, "TV."
What?
We
I
haven't
didn't even know you
found
could use
sufficient
these words.
enough data about smoke alarms going off at Black people's homes. Oh, dude. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Oh my, it's so, what a weird week it was. So as I was talking about yesterday, so on Friday Night Tights, we were talking about that dude who made somebody clipped a video from us MauLer. Well, it was actually from a Nerdrotic daily that Perry put up about a week ago of us reacting to some Ironheart shit. And
I'm sure it went down well.
It went down great because we were discussing for the third time, by the way, we were discussing the AI and what would we name the AI. And we were like, you know, Shanae, Jarvikwa.
Jarvikwa was...
And that got clipped by some dude. And as on Fridays, like TYT. And I'm like, who in the fuck? And I didn't ask you. And then like, who the fuck is TYT? I don't know what the fuck TYT is. What is he talking about? And then I find out it's the Young Turks. And I had no fucking idea. So some dude from the Young Turks, by the way, that video is behind a paywall now, or it's behind a member paywall. It's behind the member paywall. So I went and looked for it. It didn't used to be. Well, it's on his channel and it's behind the member paywall on the Young Turks. So whatever. And his channel has like 1.2 million subs or whatever. So after he and he starts it out with black people can't catch a break, you know, and we're like, what? And everybody's pointed out going, excuse me, sir. Produced by black people, written by black people, starring black people. Massive budget.
When we saw the trailer for Ironheart, I think one of the first comments was like, how is this just not racist? I don't understand. Like, if it were written by a white person, they'd be getting shit tons of trouble for this.
Yes.
The KKK could not have written a better script. A more stereotypical.
Said that line myself.
Yeah, like they could not have. It's like, okay, how are the friends going to die? Drive-by shooting. Okay.
Should she have a father? No, she'll have no
she'll
father.
Have a stepfather,
and then the stepfather will get
and he'll die in a drive-by shooting. There'll be no men around whatsoever, and if they are, they're all criminals.
Yes,
they're all criminals.
She'll lose her 4-year free ride from MIT
from bad behavior
for cheating.
For cheating. And she'll immediately go into thieving. It's like,
and just significant property damage.
Yes, and want to continue thieving. The only reason she wants to work for a corporation is so she can steal a big enough corporation so she can steal enough where they won't notice.
Yes, she wants to go. Yes, she says, I just want a fair trade. I just want to go to a corporation where I can finesse fucking shit, steal shit.
Yes.
You just want to, you literally just, all you can do is steal. Gets kicked out of MIT, steals. Gets kicked out of MIT for breaking the law multiple times. Goes straight into a life of fucking crime, steals. gets into murder, extortion,
and
blackmail.
And never mind the fact that she is on the precipice of basically breaking the Wakandan AI code that Silicon Valley would probably pay her, what, $1 billion for?
Yeah, she's given up. She's given up. She's making inventions worth billions
on a laptop,
so she can steal thousands. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But she's a genius, as
she's literally like, you'll do this whole thing, and then she'll just invent something overnight. Like, oh, I've just invented this pendant. This pendant will actually create a construct of this AI, which can be tailored to your fucking specifications based off your brainwaves. It's like, this is $1 billion idea.
Just a
and
patent.
I'm using it so I can steal $10,000. Just like, oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why make billions when you can steal thousands? Ironheart. That's the title of my next fucking video.
Isn't that a line from Dr. Evil? Why make trillions when we can make billions?
But oh my God, now we've got the reality of that.
It is. Screenplay by Tom Metzger, by the way. You don't know who he is.
No.
Famous old white
I would
supremacist.
understand if it was a screenplay by Kurt Metzger, then I'd understand the fucking comedy of it. Laughing my head off.
Kurt Metzger is not Tom Metzger. Okay. Okay. Tom Metzger is like former Grand Dragon or something from
fucking Grand Wizard, more like
Grand Wizard, Grand Dragon Wizard from the KKK and the White Aryan Resistance or War. Yeah.
Why would they have those ranks? Wizard. Like,
I don't fucking know. I honestly don't know. As much as people think we know so much. By the way, that guy equated us to the KKK. He did, of course.
Obviously.
Duh.
Wait, the race beta equated anybody who's fucking white? Okay, yeah.
Shocking news.
Shocking. I'll tell that to Eric when I'm ripping a silver about this week. Hey, Eric, I've done a racism again, mate.
Oopsie.
All day, every day, mate. Black people just can't catch a break. I mean, they could get hired by the biggest entertainment conglomerate on planet Earth. They could get a budget of $100 to $150 million to make this show. They could get their black showrunner, their black writers, their black directors, their black actors. They could get everything they want. Can't catch a break.
Oh, maybe if I search racist in my email, I'll get
Nerdrotic.
I know.
Just holds up a mirror.
Yeah. Oh my
God. I read this one already, but here's one I got from TV. It says racist in all caps. Racist dirty fucks, and your page is being taken down. LMAO. Let's see how long you dirty old white fucks will last. You coke-headed dust tray. LMAO.
Gary, I've apologized to you already. Okay. You don't have to read it out on.
No, this one's from my mom. Okay.
Oh,
you're a fucking cotton swab, and that's never clean. You dirty fucking incest. God never created white people. You all were thought up by the devil. That's why you hate black people so much. A hoodoo curse was placed on y'all. Won't see another day. Let's laugh at your death next. Sent from my phone.
Wow. I only got one. I only got one email, and the guy just went off on an anti-Semitic rant, and I'm like, I'm not even Jewish. I'm a bit confused here. It's just like, I'm just gonna use this as a vessel to be anti-Semitic. Oh, okay.
Making your watch party from Ironheart private. No, it was always a members watch party. Feel free to join if you want to watch it. Stop people.
It's not even private, you know.
No.
Remember.
No. Didn't exactly. Stop people from screen recording it. Good. I hope you did. Share it, please. Share it around. Not liking the show is fine. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I'm not a fan of it myself, but for a panel of people to throw out racial stereotypes for a character,
you should watch the fucking show for stereotypes.
Is black is just disgusting. We were just pointing out the show. But I'm not stupid enough to think any of you will reflect on this, and there will be actually any consequences for the horrible things you all joked about. We joked about it. You're a sorry excuse
jokes
for a
about.
person, and you're all worthless men.
Okay.
Including Chrissy. She's a worthless man. We get told that we make everything about race. Did you watch the show? Yet you all do the like this. Yet you all do things like this is as if it's funny. It is.
It is funny. It's fucking hilarious. In all honesty,
it's fucking hilarious.
Look, X-Ray Kill laughed so much she fucking smashed the microphone over.
If I actually had empathy for people like you, what do you mean people like you?
What are you people?
What do you mean, you people?
I'd actually pity you. By all means, pity me. I'm living the most miserable life. By all means, pity me. Oh, and yeah, that's just tip of the iceberg of the love. And it was like I would say below Let's Talk About It. Let's Talk About It was like the craziest shit that I've probably ever seen on my channel.
But it just showed that they hadn't watched Blue Beetle because there was actually some context to that joke.
I mean, but prior to that, what's the most controversial thing on my channel? There's been some.
Ryan Kinnell.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that's, and then Gavin McGinnis. I mean, Ryan Kinnell's kind of consistent, but
that Ryan,
but not much.
Gavin thing,
but not much. The Gavin thing was nothing compared to Let's Talk About It. Let's Talk About It. I had like media outlets, you know, like not like when you went viral but I had local media outlets in San Antonio reaching out to me. And I just said, I don't
talk about the taco.
Doing a taco about the taco about it.
Was I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
I said what I said.
I said what
I said. Alex Jones was not.
Oh, that was like
Alex Jones wasn't. It wasn't him that caused the controversy at all. He's been on twice, and fully monetized live streams, no problem.
Gundam has like demonetized live streams.
Yeah, Gundam has more like, and it's just because YouTube hates Gundam. It's like he said anything bad. And honestly, one of the times, I mean, to be fair to Gundam, it was us. We were talking like crazy shit, and it like there's some times where I'm like hit my partner manager up, and he's like, "Do you want me to take a look at those?" I'm all that one. Nah, I probably deserve that one.
Well, I actually got an email from my partner manager yesterday saying, we're gonna continue our relationship because we like you, so we're gonna stay on as your partner manager.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I got they're not, the @ symbols are gone, so I did get a response.
Yay!
Let me read that to you.
Oh yeah, they're all gone.
So okay,
Thank God.
Here's a little life hack. Here's a dad hack.
Complain.
Dad hack. No, don't complain. When I learned this with my rep at Diamond, because Diamond would piss me off every day, but it's not my rep's fault. And I learned this through, when I was selling parts, I'd have a rep for each part, and I learned very early on, don't be a dick to these people. They're trying to help you. Mm-hmm. And if you kill them with kindness, they will go the X. And that's the same with me. If a customer comes in and he's cool or she's hot, I'm going to go the extra mile. All right. If a customer is cool or she is hot,
yeah,
I will go the extra mile. Okay. Just it's the way that's the way life is. But with, you develop a good relationship with your reps, you ask them how they're doing, and you be genuine about it. And, like me and my rep, we'll talk about life and shit and we get along pretty well. So that way, like if I ask, and you test the boundaries a little bit, and I'm not going to expect an answer on everything, but my rep, if I ask a question, I get an answer. And he's been my rep for a couple of years now. And I learned that, for John Broly, if you're out there, buddy, he worked for Diamond. That poor guy worked for Diamond. He was one of the coolest dudes in the world and bent over backwards to help comic shops he worked with. So John Broly, shout out to you, brother. Let's see what Dylan has to say. There it is. So of course, when I emailed him during Jeremy's stream, because I noticed it on Jeremy's stream first, I got a thing back that I'm out of the office. But he did get back to me. He's like, I'm out of the office, but I wanted to chime in quickly here. From my understanding, this change is permanent, and it was likely made to make impersonation harder. But I'll let YouTube Partnership Program provide any additional information on this change if there's more to it than that. As for the chat, definitely feel free to add time for my calendar and blah, blah, blah. But I sent him a screenshot of Jeremy's chat. So it looks like maybe they listened. I think, Jeremy and I think everybody basically said, hey, chime in to Team YouTube on Twitter, because that's actually the best place to go.
Yeah.
And be nice and just go, hey, we really don't like this. It's not, I completely understand like the impersonation thing. I understand why they did it, but it's not really going to change anything. People will figure out a way around that anyway. And it aesthetically looks terrible. It looks terrible. And, some people don't want their names put out there, and they have to consider that. And that's going to, what that's going to cost you? Viewers. That's going to cost you viewers, YouTube. So maybe they pulled back on it. I don't know. Because they were definitely doing it on certain channels. Were they doing it on yours yet?
No.
No? Okay. Because they weren't doing it on Nerdrotic Live. They were doing it on D-Day Cobra. I don't know if they were doing it on Geeks and Gamers. They were doing it on Kirsha. And they were definitely doing it here, and it's not here now. So hopefully it's gone. Hopefully it's gone. And maybe YouTube listened. They did listen. Remember the one time they took away verification as? Remember, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, and people were pissed, and they actually fixed it pretty quick. Which was just a dumb decision, by the way. But they didn't listen with the thumbs down, unfortunately. But Twitter never brought that in. Weren't they talking big talk about doing a thumbs down on Twitter?
They were talking about getting rid of likes.
That's... the one thing I've never liked, okay, I'm glad I still, despite he's arguing with Trump again, whatever. I like that he bought it, but I never liked that he wanted to make it like that app in X-Ray Girl will know what it is because she's Asian. That app in China, that's pretty much an everything app. It's like Twitter and you pay
Bevo something.
Oh, well, you're a really bad Chinese spy, X-Ray Girl, if you don't know what that is.
Or am I a really good one? Because I don't know. Chat saying Weibo.
Like
Weibo. Okay, yeah. He wants to make it like that. I'm like, no. No, I'm not going to make it.
See, you can call people up from DMs on.
Yes, people have accidentally done it a bunch.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll get a call, right? And my phone's vibrating and I don't see a call from Messenger or my phone or WhatsApp. I'm like, where in the fuck is this coming from? And it was Twitter.
I've never gotten a call before. Don't call now.
Oh, wait, I'm going to call right now.
No.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I'm going to do it right now.
I'm going to call Gary while he's calling you.
How do you do it? Oh, you do it like this.
Here.
I'll call MauLer while you're calling me.
I'm just gonna not answer.
Oh my god, he is calling.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never. This is the first. Oh,
yeah.
On my
See, it works.
Oh, and now Az is calling.
There you go.
I turned you. I hung up on you.
Did you see F1, MauLer?
No, not yet.
You haven't seen F1?
It's so good.
It's good. It's a really good movie. It's nothing groundbreaking at all. But I said this yesterday, but I think that if the subversion of expectations you're looking for is it subverts the expectations of modern Hollywood in the last 6 years, pretty much. It's the one film that learned a lesson from Top Gun Maverick, and it's obviously the same director, and they put a ton of fucking money into it, and it's got Hans Zimmer, and it's, cars going fast, so I'm gonna like that.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom. And as many pointed out, I'm not like I've watched a little F1, not a ton, but it can be boring. They took out the boring parts, and I liked it. I liked it. Brad Pitt's really good. Pretty simple formula that they didn't break, and I would recommend seeing it in the biggest theater possible, a D box, IMAX, 100%.
Audio. I mean,
yeah, the sound mixing on it's fucking insane.
Feel the reverberation from the car engines throughout the whole movie. It was fun.
Yeah,
oh my god! I hate you, Az. I hate you.
I didn't say a thing.
Didn't need to.
I didn't say a thing.
I don't know, like MauLer, are you into sports films?
Not really, but I thought Ford v Ferrari was awesome.
That's on a different level. Like I still like it better than F1 Ford v Ferrari because of it's just a great movie.
Yeah,
great father-son story, great movie. God, it's the same guy who directed Indiana Jones.
I know.
He's so capable yet so incapable. And yeah.
Well, he didn't write the script though.
Yeah, but the directing in Ford v Ferrari is excellent.
It's really good.
Yeah, but I mean, we surely can't be under the impression that directors at Disney have actual carte blanche and how they
No, they're hired guns.
But wait. I don't want to take any responsibility. He's advocated the film is good and he was happy with the choices made, like before it went to shit.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
I don't think he was a hired gun or forced into a horrible situation. It seems from what we know that he thought it was a good story. I mean, sort of fucking Harrison Ford apparently. So,
well, Harrison Ford's baked all the time.
Well, fuck him then. Because that movie was trash. But there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Yes.
Yep.
Only 3.
Correct.
Mundo. And I can't wait to get. So I realized that I had never seen Jurassic World, or Jurassic World Lost Kingdom, or Jurassic World Final Reckoning,
Part 1.
whatever it's fucking called.
Well, you don't need to. You've seen Jurassic World. Everyone has. The movie is a quintessential reboot, requel, thing. It's remember all the stuff, and then we'll do a bunch of stuff that you want to see, which is just action scene involving a couple of archetypal dinosaurs, the flying ones, the water one, the raptors, the T-Rex, and our new super engineered crazy one. And that formula, they've just kept doing it over and over again, and it's been pathetic.
Yeah, so I watched Jurassic World with X-Ray Girl, Mrs. Nerdrotic last night.
Did you watch Jurassic Park? Rewatch?
No,
that?
I've watched it recently.
I was gonna say, take any excuse to see that movie again. Fuck.
No, there's only 2 Jurassic Park movies, 1 and 3.
I don't even like 3 that much.
To me, there's
It's
one.
better than 2. Okay.
Oh, I can give you that, but I just don't like any of the sequels really.
First one's great. And
amazing.
it's the one I didn't see that forever because it came out when I was in prison and I just never got around to see it. That's just one of those things. But classic movie all time. Didn't need this many movies at all. So the first one, why am I blanking on her name now? Ron Howard's daughter.
Bryce Dallas Page.
Bryce Dallas Howard. When she was
Page,
thin.
isn't it? Bryce Dallas Howard.
Page. I don't know.
I don't know where I got Page from.
Opie's daughter. Okay. Opie's daughter, looking pretty good in this movie, was responsible for everything in it and suffered no consequences whatsoever.
Yeah.
They let a guy die. They let Vincent D'Onofrio die with a fucking loaded gun. They had a chance to kill the fucking raptor and they didn't. They just watched him die.
He's evil, so we don't like him.
Oh God. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, you gotta get rid of the evil poopy pants people.
Well, I mean, he is representative of the character they keep fucking bringing back, which is the one that says we should put dinosaurs in the army. It's like, no, we shouldn't. You dumb fucks.
Just think of the military application.
He says at one point, we can't search out caves with a drone, but we can with a velociraptor. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What?
Yep. They'll lose the signal or something like that.
You can literally use sonar to do that, you fucking idiot.
They have ground penetrating radar.
Yes, let's let the velociraptor go.
What's it going to do? Come back and go, right. What you need to do is you need to take take a left, right? Straight on, Third Reich.
Third Reich.
Yeah, with your arm sticking up like that. Jesus.
You need to do Third Reich. What?
So, and apparently they get worse from here, MauLer, from the first one.
So, well, for me, I would be tempted to say they only ever get worse. There's a debate for Jurassic Park 2 and 3. But yeah, 4 is much worse than 1, 2, and 3, and then 5 is worse than 4. And as far as I know, 6 is considered the worst one, and Rebirth is like awful. So Rebirth might have bucked the trend in terms of it always getting more awful. It's just regular awful.
It's just regular awful.
Yeah.
And it'll make it. Well, I don't know if this one will make a lot of money. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. We need a Turok chat. I completely agree.
Turok.
Well, we had one
Turok,
in Rebel Moon. In Rebel Moon, we had
yeah, we did.
Rebel Moon.
It'd be so sad if we don't get any more Rebel Moon,
Dude, wasn't there supposed to be like 4 more? Like, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as long as they had at least one fan, which I don't think they do, so unfortunate, but there it goes.
Snyder had carte blanche. He was in complete control. That was
an incredible opportunity, a 6-hour epic with unlimited budget and creative control over a sci-fi fantasy story spanning the galaxy. You could do anything. And you did that.
Yep.
You had Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
You had access to anybody, really. Damn it,
Rebel
Zach.
Moon.
What are you doing?
Rebel Moon.
Well, I mean, it's indicative of the golly gee whiz. I am just
golly gee whiz, all right.
We did get one good clip from it.
Yes, we did. Greatest that has given to society. I made that clip too.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Seeing that happen in the movie, it was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
It was all because
the
Ray
lady loved milk
Fisher's
crate
character died, and nobody gave a shit.
Nobody cared.
What's Ray up to nowadays?
Ray who?
Ray Palmer.
Ray Palpatine?
Ray Palpatine?
Cyborg.
I was gonna say, Ray Fisher?
Ray Fisher, yeah.
He's gonna get that big role any day now after he called Joss Whedon racist. I bet you thought that.
Actually, do you know what? I agree with that guy for the Young Turks that black people can't catch a break because he called a cancelled man racist and got cancelled.
I know. What was his saying during that whole time? It was like,
"Oh yeah."
No. No, help me out, chat. He was like hashtagging like, it's something like authenticity over something or other.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was.
Oh, what that thing that died really quickly? Yeah,
it died really like his career.
Hey,
see what happens is when you go out and you get another guy canceled basically for being a dick. And I'm not here to defend Joss Whedon other than I don't think you should be fired for just being a dick. I mean, that would mean everybody in Hollywood should be fired, which is true. Is other people who are totally agreeing with you going, yeah, totally right, Ray. What a jerk he is. Then when they walk out of the room away from you, they go, don't ever fucking hire this guy. He's a total fucking pain in the ass. What a bitch. He's always fucking complaining all the time. So that's what happened to your career, Ray. That's what happened to your career. And maybe you weren't that great of an actor to begin with, but.
Well, wow. He had a go at James Gunn for using fake grace on Twitter for going to bat for Joss Whedon.
Wait, James Gunn defended Joss Whedon?
Before deleting it when he got his DC job.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty, you know what? As far as friendships go in Hollywood, that is ride or die. So
that is ride or die. That's what it looks like.
Ride or die until I get a better gig. You know what? Speaking of canceled people, that's the
he deleted his Twitter account, by the way.
Oh, Ray Fisher?
Yeah.
He's probably on Blue Sky. He's probably on Blue
I'm trying to find that phrase that he says like equity over experience or something.
Oh, you're close to it. It's something. Oh God. I can't remember what it was. It was fucking stupid. Whatever it was. But speaking of people who were canceled, who shouldn't have been canceled, John Lasseter canceled for giving people hugs.
Oh
Yeah. Well, look at the absolute state of Pixar now. Remember Pixar, guys? Remember the day? Remember the days?
Do remember
when everything Pixar was a fucking banger, even though like the stuff that wasn't that successful, it wasn't like bad. It was still pretty good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking The Incredibles. One of the
Accountability is greater than entertainment.
Accountability over entertainment. There you go. Thank you. And then Joss Whedon and Ray Fisher became accountable for their actions, I guess. I'd rather have Joss Whedon back.
I can't believe I'm the only person to get cancelled for being a twat. You know?
Yep.
Not even Me Too. No essay allegations. People, you know.
Was there somebody cover the Neil Gaiman thing? People were like, "Oh, did he do a Whedon?" It's like, no,
no, he did a Gaiman.
Yeah, he's got his own shit.
Yeah, pulled a Whedon. I don't think Whedon was like putting butter on people's butts. Okay. Which, hey, adults are going to do what they're going to do, but this was a male feminist. Just want to point out a male feminist just went to jail or prison for 30 years in the UK. Is it the UK or here? I can't remember. For doing bad things to a 12-year-old boy. We'll just say bad things.
Wait, we talking about Neil Gaiman?
No. Just another male feminist.
All right.
So male feminists.
Male feminists working as intended.
No. Neil Gaiman just put butter on people's butts and cheated on his wife.
I would like you to
look
after
open
my
marriage,
children.
You know, and it was Amanda Palmer.
It was
so like she's got the hairiest armpits I've ever seen. So, dude.
Oh.
I've looked into some of their relationship, and it's a rabbit hole.
I've seen the Dresden Dolls live. and she's like, rock out.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I bet she wanted that coin-operated boy.
Yeah, it's still a good song. I like that song.
It is a great song.
Yeah, it's a good song. She's fucking nut. She is a nut. But back to John Lasseter, who I met at Tesla when I was working at Tesla. He brought his car in. He's a nice guy. Was canceled from Pixar, and the activists took over, and now Pixar is pretty much dead. All they have left is Toy Story 5.
Well,
Incredibles 3.
Toy Story, Frozen, Incredibles, and then when they start doing live action shit for everything, right? Like that's all that's left. There was what was interesting. Capital Opinions sent me a thing. Their Instagram account, they posted a video of someone saying, "Don't complain about original movies not being made if you don't go out there and see Elio."
What?
Like the Pixar official account posted a video of someone saying that. I was just like,
what?
How about good movies, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. We are still allowed taste, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never found it interesting, the argument of like, yeah, if you truly believe in it, you should be out there watching every fucking original film that's ever made. It's like, sorry, I'm not a time god. I can't just watch everything. I've got fucking shit to do.
Exactly.
Namely work. But why would I waste my time with Elio? I don't know if you guys saw the trailers, but it's like, oh, I've seen that movie a million times. It looks like shit.
It looks like CalArts shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what? It was CalArts shit, but apparently it was worse.
Also,
because
sorry, Frozen is not Pixar. That's true. My brain got crossed. It was Disney Animation. Yeah.
God, that fucking song, dude. Fuck that fucking song.
Did you see the thing where it's like when they initially showed this internally, It was apparently meant to be very queer coded.
Well, that's the thing is Pixar's not gay enough as that's the
Yeah.
problem. That's the problem. This is what happens when you let activists in, really hard to get rid of, kind of like a cancer. So inside Elio's catastrophic path, America Ferrera's exit. You know what? I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that didn't affect the movie at all. She's a fucking voice actor. Okay. Who gives a shit. Nobody's going to go, well, I'm going to go see this movie for America Ferrera's voice. Because she was in Barbie and she gave one of the most cringe fucking monologues of all time.
Yeah,
I had woke white women going, yes, yes,
yes, Queen.
But you are Knuff, as you are Knuff.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. I've still got the T-shirt.
Creatives, we're going to put the air quotes up, at Pixar, who saw the original director's previous cut of Elio tell THR, The Hollywood Reporter, about the movie's challenging production process. Elio just became about totally nothing. Well, what was it supposed to be about?
Friendship is magic.
That's it. That's it. Those who worked at Pixar while its latest film release, Elio, was in production, were delighted by footage they saw roughly 2 years ago. So they were delighted by all the footage they worked on. Among the moments cited as favorites by those at the animation studio at the time included a sequence in which the titular boy collected trash on the beach and turned it into a homemade apparel that included a pink tank top. The movie's team would refer to Elio showing off to a hermit crab as a trashin' show.
Okay.
It's a kid's movie, by the way. Made by a bunch of people who don't have kids.
Made by a bunch of people that want to fondle kids.
Yes.
Fucking
I wasn't going to go that far, but
I will.
I probably should have. But if you bought a ticket to Elio and don't remember seeing that, it's not just that you chose the wrong time to refill your soda or take a piss. According to multiple insiders who spoke to The Hollywood Reporter, Elio was intentionally portrayed as queer coded. Reflecting original director Adrian Maloney's identity as an openly gay filmmaker.
Okay.
What, Filoni's gay?
That's not news.
That's not news. Just ask his dog. Where was I? Other sources say, can we just stop there? So the director, like all fan fiction, like all activists, self-insert. So it's a self-insert.
Of course. That's the only thing they know how to do.
So maybe that's why he was the original director. Other sources say that Molina did not intend the film to be a coming out story, as the character is 11.
Oh, God. These people are fucking sick.
But either way, this characterization gradually faded away throughout the production process as Elio became more masculine following feedback from leadership. If Disney thinks your movie's too gay, what's that saying?
Or maybe they're just like, do you know what? Maybe, just maybe, we need to ease back on the pedo shit.
Yeah, we've got this jacket, that we kind of put on ourselves by getting involved in some real world politics in the state of Florida. And we're a family brand. A lot of, moms and dads bring their little kids to our parks and stuff. And it's probably was a bad move to say that we want to have anything sexual taught to kindergartners. By the way, it lost them in tax exemption status, cost them a lot of fucking money. But either way, the characterization gradually faded away, blah, blah, blah. Gone were not only such direct examples of his passion for environmentalism.
What? The 11-year-old boy's passion for environmentalism.
And fashion. but also a scene in Elio's bedroom with pictures suggesting a male crush. Hints at the trash fashion remain in the released film, with the boy wearing a cape decorated with discarded cutlery and soda can tabs, although without any explanation for the unusual attire.
Okay.
Elio's turbulent ride began well before the calamitous nosedive at the box office during the June 20 through 2022 corridor. Indeed, the summer of 2023 became a fateful one for the animated film about a lonely boy beamed into outer space by an intergalactic organization after being misidentified as the leader of Earth. Didn't that just happen in a Doctor Who episode?
Misidentified, misgendered.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Misgendered. It's not Mr. Gendered as, it's misgendered. The writing was first on the wall for the Trouble production when the film from Molina, known as the co-director of Pixar's Oscar-winning 2017 hit Coco, conducted an early test screening in Arizona. Where in Arizona? Razorfist's house? Although viewers expressed how much they enjoyed the movie, no, not Razorfist's house. They were also asked how many of them would see it in a theater, and not a single hand was raised. Just a reminder, folks, this is the Hollywood Reporter. This isn't fucking Screen Rant or anything like that. According to the source with knowledge of the event, this sounded the alarm bells for the studio brass. I wonder what gave it away, MauLer. Not a single person raising their hand. I wonder why they would panic after that. It's around this time that Molina screened his latest cut of the film to Pixar leadership. There are differing accounts of the exact feedback that the director received from the Pixar boss, Peter Docter, when the lights went up, with rumors circulating in some of the studio's circles that Molina was hurt by the conversation.
They've not got time, space, money, or resources to be messing around. They need to make good films again. Like, it's actually just the saddest fucking thing to watch Pixar just crash and burn, because you know this film's done horribly, right? Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, whatever built them is just dead. It reminds me of a lot of game studios, you know.
Mm-hmm. What's the commonality with the game studios, animators at Pixar?
Far left it's far left ideological politics. That's what it is.
I don't have an alarm bell to say that you're correct, but I'll just do this.
God damn it.
You are correct, sir.
It's a cancer. It's an absolute cancer.
What else happened in 2023, guys?
Oh, well,
Strikes.
I thought you were going to say Ironheart finished in January of 2023.
Yes.
Filming.
Strikes. But Ironheart happened too. So apparently he was told his movie sucked and it hurt his fifis.
Oh,
the part that is, they said you need to make it, we here at Disney believe your movie is 2K. Which is just fucking funny. The part that is clear is that Molina exited the project soon after, and much of Elio was reworked under a new directors, Madeline Sherifian and Dominique Shi.
I'm gonna find out their body of work.
Yeah. Ooh, so there it is. It's a Madeline Sherifian, and Domi Shi.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's have a look. Domi Shi, got them.
Jesus Christ.
So Domi Shi has additional crew credits.
Wow.
And she's got 3 writer credits, and then she's got additional crew for the senior creative team for Pixar movies. That's
wow.
Senior creative team. That is her fucking title in 11 Pixar. That's it. So no director. Madeline Sharafin has 5 writer credits from 2013 to current day.
Current fucking day.
Which includes Omelette in 2013. We Bear Bears, Good Night Ice Bear in 2016. 20 episodes of We Bear Bears from 2015 to 2017. 1 episode of Spark Shorts in 2020, and then Elio in 2025. They have 3 credits in the art department as a story artist, and 5 credits in the animation department as storyboard. Pretty much.
Also, I do enjoy Omelette.
I'm on an omelette or that.
Yeah,
omelette?
I was gonna say omelets are great.
I love omelette.
I'm saying if this person invented omelets, good on them.
What did you just say? Cheese and what? X-ray girl?
Ham.
Oh, I thought you said spam. I thought you said spam. Okay, ham is good.
Spam is fine.
No,
but
it's not.
It's very salty.
So, essentially, there is no fucking experience here in directing in the slightest.
No. And they were given, they're like, okay, is it ladies? Is one?
Yeah, of course they're both. Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies,
dude, it's fucking Disney Pixar.
You have this big assignment now. We want you to redirect a Pixar movie for Disney. This is a great opportunity for you. And the one thing you need to do is make it less gay. Okay, so go.
Wait, did you say less?
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't you mean more?
They both spit out their drinks just like you did.
Did I hear this right?
Yeah, like, excuse me, I beg your pardon.
Baking powder.
After a year-long delay, the film arrived in theaters June 22nd and bombed with just $20.8 million domestically, the lowest opening frame at the box office in Pixar's history.
Oh well.
I was deeply saddened and aggrieved by the changes that were made, says former Pixar assistant editor Sarah. We provided feedback during Elio production as a member of the company's international LGBTQ
internal.
Where's the plus, bigot? Group
internal, not international. Gary, internal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read that again.
They're very two different. I just wanted to correct because they're
no. You're right. You're right. So, who provided feedback during Elio? This Sarah woman who was a production as a member of the company's internal LGBTQ. Where's the plus, bigot? Group.
Pix Pride.
Pix Pride.
Fire them all.
Which are all about to be fired. They were just waiting for Pride Month to end. They're fucking gone. I promise you, they got their memos this morning.
It's July the 1st. GTFO.
Have a happy. Hey, your 4th of July weekend will now be the rest of your life. Here you go. So.
Happy Canada Day in Canada.
Yeah. Although she praises Serafian and she as filmmakers, Ligatich notes
bigotits.
Yeah, that's it.
Sarah needs bigotits.
Bigotits. Notes that a number of creatives, well, that's the problem. Nobody creative worked on this. Working on the film stopped down after the directors shared their first cut of the movie. The exodus of talent after the cut was really indicative of how unhappy a lot of people were. And Disney was like, oh no, don't go. I'm so sorry. Please don't leave. That they changed and destroyed this beautiful work. Another Pixar source disputes the people stepped down in response to Molina's departure.
I'm pressing X to fucking doubt on that.
Yeah.
Big time. Sarah needs bigger tits is, I think, full of shits.
The changes to Elio were clear to former Pixar artists who worked on the film and asked to remain anonymous. It was pretty clear through the production of the first version of the film that the studio leaders were constantly sanding down these moments in the film that alluded to Elio's sexuality of being queer.
They're not implying at all that it would have been more successful, right?
Yes, they are.
Because that's insanity. As if the film would be saved by more references to queer. What are you talking about?
It's delusional.
It's a mental illness. This whole ideology is a fucking mental fucking illness. That if you said that line to a sane fucking person, a sane person would be like, "What the fuck are you even talking about?" This is a product of a bubble which has been allowed to fester and masticize. That's what it is. It is insanity. Insanity.
Disney are kind of hilarious on this front with the whole, like, they clearly don't know how much gay to put into any given thing. You know, like Rise of Skywalker, when they were like, some gay. We'll get some. Is that too much gay? No, that's some gay. We'll have some gay. Then...
But we need enough gay to be able to edit it out for other people.
Gotta be able to edit out the gay, yeah. But and you know, at this point, a film screening happens, right? And it's like, so pros and cons about the film. What are you thinking? Nobody there gets to talk about the story or the characters, or like the pacing or the editing or how everything ran or the genre or the tone. No, they come up with a fucking gaydar. They're like, up or down?
Yep.
How we doing?
Yeah.
And
all that fucking time concerned about that. No wonder you don't have any stories to tell.
Just a reminder, this is the sexuality of an 11-year-old boy.
11-year-old boy. Yeah.
This is the hill they're willing to die on. And then last thing here is, I'm just astounded at this. America Ferrera, check yourself. You were in Barbie. You weren't the main character, but she apparently was upset that there was no longer any Latinx representation in leadership, and that's why she left.
Well, that's because Latinx don't exist.
I was going to Latinx. I thought they thought that was ridiculous as like a word. I thought that got
They do.
What the fuck? Did she use it, or is this article using it? Like the people who
that
wrote
is some
this
silly gringo shit. That's how they see it. Okay, which it is.
Yes. Rightly so.
Rightly so. So it's bombing. And Pixar is now in trouble. So the all of the three things that Bob Iger purchased are failing miserably.
That is crazy.
Miserably. So basically, the key to his legacy, everything Bob Iger has done, was to expand Disney, turn it into the biggest entertainment company in the world, and needed to bring boys back. So that's why he bought Pixar, or not Pixar. That's why he bought Marvel and Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Pixar was the first thing he bought, and that's like, it was a smart purchase. I've been there. I've been in the building. It's amazing. It's when I walked in, the guy who was giving me a tour is like, "This is the building Toy Story built," right? And it's really fucking impressive. The men's and women's bathroom are Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. You know, and there's this at the time they were doing, now I'm blanking on the movie. The girl with the red hair.
Brave.
They were doing Brave at the time. And I was invited there to watch. They had unearthed some Walt Disney home movies that nobody's ever seen of the construction of Disney World. It was fucking great. And like you could tell, like this was years and years ago. There was still a reverence for Walt. Like they were like, we just found the Holy Grail. We found some old Walt Disney home movies, and we watched those, and it was fucking cool as hell. And the building was great. And to think like something, you know, they have the outside the building. There's the lamp, you know, the Pixar lamp. And it's situated right next to an IKEA, pretty much in Emeryville, California, right next to Oakland, which is not a good place. It's a bad place. It's a bad place, dangerous place. Almost got carjacked in Oakland. Yeah, I did. It was the best carjacking, though. It was the best carjacking escape. I just ran the red light. True story, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
Toy
driving
Story?
back from work. Toy Story. Yeah. So, yeah, and this is what it's turned into. And this is what that's Bob Iger's legacy. I'm so glad he came back. I am. I'm truly happy he came back to lord over the failures.
His empire of dirt.
My empire of dust.
It's a great song.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful song.
Fucking brilliant. Johnny Cash's version.
Johnny Cash's version is the best version.
Better.
Even is it 9 Inch Nails?
9 Inch Nails, yeah.
Even 9 Inch Nails say that's the better version.
Yes, they do. It's
Isn't the comment like they don't usually like covers, but that one was just amazing?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's the GOAT. It's the GOAT, and they're doing the soundtrack for Tron. Another.
Yes, they are.
I'm
Sounds
actually
decent for what I've heard. So
I like the trailer.
Yeah,
We
trailer looks.
shall
It has
see.
my interest. It has my interest. The trailer.
Oh, hey, Tron Legacy,
But there
directed
again,
by
so did 28 years later, and look how that turned out.
Tron Legacy, directed by Kaczynski, who did
Mhm.
Maverick and F1. I think the guy's top tier now. I think you could put him in a top tier of directors.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can. I don't think you put Bob Iger in the top tier of executives.
Hmm.
No,
Probably fair.
no. He's the only man who's managed to buy the biggest brands in the world and fuck them up.
Did you say he's the only one that's done that?
Well, to the degree that he has, you've taken Pixar, which was just nothing could miss at all. Bang! It's now a piece of shit. You take Star Wars because you need a boys brand because you want to expand Disney from not just girls to boys, and then you turn it into a girls brand, and you kill your audience. Women aren't even interested in it. Oh my fucking guys! So you've got this one of the biggest franchises in cinema history is now fucking relegated to a shitty streaming service nobody watches. And when it's coming back with Pedro fucking Pascal and a green puppet. Which ran out of relevance about 4 years ago.
What's the next big show coming out on Disney Plus? I mean, are we going to have a year where the year ends and goes, the most watched thing on Disney Plus is Ironheart?
Oof.
Oh, piss off.
There's no Star Wars. Does Wonder Man come out at the end of this year?
December, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. But is there anything else? They really did dial it back. No, there's way more going on Hulu, right? We got Alien Earth, which MauLer and I will watch for sure.
Oh, I'll watch the fuck out of that.
Yep. That's August, right?
Yes. Yeah, because it ends soon after the anniversary free folks. We're not going to do it until it's all out, I think.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll talk about it as it goes.
Well, all over that. So, yeah, it most of the focus is on Hulu, obviously, because it's it's what they paid a lot of fucking money for, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, we're gonna go over this. This just kind of I just want to rub this in a little bit more. I talked about it yesterday, but the Hollywood Reporter came out with this article that TV and film writers' jobs grew more scarce, even if earnings were slightly up in 2024. The annual tally from the Writers Guild West shows that its members may have made slightly more money overall than during the 148-day strike year of 2023. So they made a little bit more money than the year they were on strike, where they didn't work for 6 months. MauLer, keep that in mind.
Not bad.
So not bad, but there's fewer jobs available.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing how that works. It came as no surprise to anyone that when the Writers Guild of America West 2023 meeting financial report showed that television and film writers' earnings and employment had declined the same year that union members' wages waged a 148-day strike against the studio and streamers. But 1 year later, in a work stoppage-free environment, employment dipped further than their strike era levels.
That's how you spell correctly, Gary.
Environment.
Environment.
Do Americans spell it without the N?
No,
Well,
Gary
we
just
spell it
can't
with the N.
spell.
We spell it with the N, but we don't pronounce it. Some people do, though.
N?
It's a hard N. I just pronounce it with
what'll
a
allow you
hard
to
N.
remember it? Just think of it as the N word, and then you'll be able to remember.
Most of us
that
say
it's an N.
environment. You know, we just leave out the N. But environment, I thought I'd enunciate. Okay, just to shake things up a bit. Okay, sorry, I'll never do it again. So I'll read this again. But 1 year later, in a work stoppage-free environment, employment dipped further than their strike era levels, even as earnings slightly rebounded. That's according to the union's 2024 annual financial report, released Friday to members and reviewed by The Hollywood Reporter. The document finds that in 2024, the total members of the WGA West members reporting earnings fell 9.4% compared to the prior year and 24.3% from 2022. And it bears repeating, they made less money than the year they were on strike and didn't work. They didn't earn any of this money, by the way. At 1.5 billion, members' totals earnings rose 12.7% compared to 2023, but we're still 21% below 2022. So 1.9 million. That is a net loss because of the strikes. It's the latest sign Hollywood companies reduced their output in a post-peak TV, post-strike, current TDS era world as more cautions and risk-averse business culture has taken hold. We anticipated 2024 numbers to increase in subsequent reports, with late reporting to increase the numbers of writers employed to the level similar to 2023, the year they didn't work half a year. The union's annual report stated, still, it is clear that the number of jobs have declined from peak years caused by the company's pullback in number of streaming projects and top of prior declines in linear programming. And why did they choose to pull back? You gave them a fucking opportunity, you dipshits.
This is the fucking Eric Andre meme.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would they do this?
Why would they do this to us? Why would they do this to us?
Fucking Egypt.
Hang on.
I got no sympathy.
No.
I got zero fucking sympathy at all. But it's okay. The celebrity actors managed to get their little screenshots and shit. You know, they got their little reels of look what a great fucking adult pretender I am. Does it affect them? No.
Mm-mm. No, the members of the board are still employed. Mm-hmm. The members of the board, the Film Actors Guild, are still employed. Yep. The top tier writers who pretend to be about all this shit are still employed. Half the fucking people out there going, we need to bring Hollywood back to Hollywood. They're financing studios in other states and other countries. I think
other countries have bigger fucking Bollywood's bigger than fucking Hollywood.
Yeah. So it's and remember
they're not the world rulers anymore, you know.
Remember, they got the rank and file who could not qualify because you have to get a certain amount of work to qualify for the union because they're gatekeepers. So they got a lot of the people who weren't even union members to go strike for them and dangled the carrot going, you might be able to join the union if you go out and strike for us all day.
Yeah, but they're going to be before the strike was even over. We were all discussing that this is going to lead to reduced people in the industry, reduced writers, reduced everything. So how can you fucking... It was obvious. You didn't have to even really understand all the politics. You could see what was happening. You could see by the way that the contracts were getting cancelled. You could see by this move So how on earth are people going to get into something which is going to fucking shrink? Are you stupid?
Yes. Worst time strike in history. After Hollywood went on its woke bender, the strike gave the producers time to reevaluate their horrible deals that they offered.
Yes.
During peak TV, and decided to get out of them. And they had good reason. One example, Jar Jar Abrams was given $250 million for a first look deal for Warner Brothers and produced, I think, one show finally came out, Rust, or what's it called? Rust. I can't remember. Duster. That's it. That's all.
How's this Superman movie going with Ta-Nehisi Coates?
Any minute now. It's right behind the Rian Johnson trilogy and wins a winner.
Sure. And a decent Star Wars film.
Right behind. I do want to acknowledge we lost a comic book legend last night. Basically, the editor-in-chief of Marvel of my formative years. Yeah, fuck cancer. All throughout the 80s. I think he jumped on in 1978. Jim Shooter. Jim Shooter passed away at 73. There'll never be another like him. I agree with Rob Liefeld, the second best editor-in-chief Marvel's ever had behind Stan Lee. So RIP, good sir. Thank you for all the fucking brilliant work through writing, editing. Turned what was going to be a toy crossover into an all-time classic. Secret Wars. Was around when the Transformers comic and the G.I. Joe comic came in. Contest of Champions, wrote the Marvel Treasury edition with Superman. Did
he have some input into the Transformers coming from Cybertron?
I don't know that. I don't know.
I think he might have had some input into the Transformers actually coming from Cybertron. I'll have to look into that for.
But oversaw the Byrne Claremont X-Men era, Frank Miller, just amazing shit happened during his reign. Stuff that they will talk about forever. So rest in peace, legend. Fuck cancer.
Good sir. Yeah. Eric and I always reference him on Ripping a Silverback when we're kind of
Eric got to meet him.
Yes, he did. Eric actually posted a really heartfelt video yesterday. And the thumbnail was Eric shaking Jim's hand when he met him, I think last year or a couple of years back. And Jim actually had some nice things to say about Eric, didn't he? Which was really nice.
Yeah.
Fuck cancer. Oh. Built different. They were just fucking built different. We in Ripping a Silverback, we kind of go on about, the shit that we get today, and you just imagine if you put that in front of Jim Shooter, it's right. It's throwing out the fucking window.
A lot of really good writers and creatives have butted heads with the guy, but you can't deny the end result from what he. Yeah, you can't.
It's about what makes money. It's about business. It's what makes sense. What makes you can't make. Well, they're not making business today.
Yeah, so
I'd rather have an asshole that knows what they're doing than a fucking nice guy who fucking tanks everything.
An asshole you respect, who deserves it.
Yeah, because when the word asshole is such a poorly phrased word.
Yeah,
because just because somebody's hard nosed, just because somebody is very specific in their vision. Doesn't necessarily make them an arsehole. It might piss you off.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point. There's been a lot of bosses and people in my life, including my dad, who I first saw as complete fucking assholes. And then I learned I was being the asshole. I was being the sensitive little shit. And grew to respect them. I don't know if he's out there. He's listening sometimes. But my buddy Scott Edwards, his dad Terry Edwards, took a flyer on me at the parts place. I thought that guy was a total asshole at first, but I walked away respecting the hell out of that dude. He and and he improved my work ethic, and it was from not being soft, and I absolutely respected that. So yeah, we need more mentors like that. That's the word I was searching for. Mentors.
We need more men like that.
Yep.
We need more men like that.
Men.
Just imagine what Jim would have done to fucking Tom King.
Dude. Tom King would have gone crying to his mama.
He would have. He would
Yes.
have. He would have had Tom King in tears.
He would have breastfed at 40.
Do you want me to get one of the women in here to breastfeed you, Tom?
Yeah.
I could get my assistant in. Jill, can you just come in to breastfeed fucking this little baby?
Tom King. Yeah. Hey, Supergirl's based on his story.
Oh my god.
Woo.
Incoming daddy issues.
Here we go.
Incoming mummy and daddy issues, the movie.
Right.
I'm so depressed. I'm waiting for the scene where Supergirl tries to kill herself.
That'll be fun.
All the men will be cuckold, emasculated, useless pieces of crap.
And it brings us back to Superman, which comes out in, well, if you got the early screening, in 7 days.
We can. Oh, whoa.
7
That's
days.
so soon. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it a week from today?
I'm going to be seeing it, I think, a week on Thursday. I'll have to check.
I got tickets to the fan screening so I get a little early on my video and then not use any video because Warner Brothers will hit you. So I'm just going to draw stick figures describing what's going on. That'll be a fun one to edit. Poor Garrett.
Yes.
Oof. You know what they did on both my Joker and Furiosa is they waited a year. So thanks, I guess. They waited a year to copyright claim it.
That's okay. You made your money.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm like, okay. I mean, if we want to do a compromise, I'll take that. So, but they waited a year.
Well, they waited a week,
or
and they demonetized last week's Real BBC, and I lost the appeal on that yesterday. So it's at least they wait a week on that one.
Yeah, they're really hit and miss. Knock on wood, they didn't hit my War of the Rohirrim, which I absolutely was convinced they were going to hit me on.
Mm-hmm.
But it hasn't been a year yet. So Joker was it was actually like 6 months, but that's fine too. I'm like, I don't care about that. But and all we used was trailer footage. So they'll hit you with it's from the original. And you're like, no, it's from trailer footage, but you still lose. It's such a bullshit system, but whatever. I really do want to try the stick figure thing.
Jurassic Park, Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World. They had nightmare with copyright with them on that.
Oh, Universal. Yeah. Lots of flipping and changing speed, buddy.
Everyone argues in the editing section of which company's the worst, but most people agree Disney's the best.
Disney's the best, 100%. They do not fuck with you at all, ever. So thank you. It's kind of odd, isn't it? I just think that's a little weird.
It is weird. Maybe they decided that they would take the risk of relaxing on that and letting, people talk, spread the word.
Well, it could certainly benefit if your thing is good.
Yeah.
That word of mouth thing works. I mean, look at F1 kind of beat their projections because there was great word of mouth coming out of that movie. Mobland's ratings went up. As a matter of fact, it's still charting. Why?
Do you know what isn't charting?
Ironheart.
Ironheart.
That's crazy. Yes, it is. It's just
No.
a chart we've all never heard of.
I don't want to break his heart.
The Luminant or whatever the fuck it's called chart came out and Mobland was like number 10 and it's been done for 3-4 weeks. And Ironheart did not chart. But what's behind Mobland? Lots of good word of mouth.
Yeah. I wonder how the binge model would have done for that.
Oh, it wouldn't have done as well. It would not. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be weird. You and I couldn't even talk about it probably because one of us would have maybe finished it before the other, and
Yep.
everyone like, well, yeah, I'm still watching it, and then we'd mention it. Remember, this happened with a gentleman who
Yeah.
watched it all in one, and then was like struggling to, mention it all the time. Because like, well, it's still there. Go watch it.
It's done. Well, hey, Squid Game. Who watched it?
As did.
And MauLer, why didn't you watch it?
I'm busy. I had to make a choice with I need to watch Ironheart, rewatch the Jurassic films, or do Squid Game, and I'm doing the episode recap on Jurassic World on Saturday, so it I guess takes precedent. But also, I'm seeing it on Thursday, I think.
Okay,
so.
I'll
But
eventually
Ironheart will
see
be
it.
right after, and then I can watch Squid Game.
I had a chance to watch it, MauLer. I had like before FNT, I had like a couple hours to watch a couple episodes, and I'm like, I'll watch Babylon 5.
Yeah, I will say there is an element.
That's where I was.
I think maybe I would have made room for it in a normal. Say, for example, I don't know, what's like the best new show that's come out that was like hype as fuck? If it was something like that,
Mobland.
probably. Well, maybe if it was a Mobland season 2 premiere, I'd be making room for it no matter what. Even if I wasn't thinking about it. But
Like when Stranger Things comes out, you'll make room for it.
it's not a great example.
Okay, sorry. I will.
But like season 4 was wonky. It wasn't perfect.
No.
And season 5, like I'm interested in seeing it to close out the story. But do you think it'll be like a guaranteed good thing? Like, I don't know.
No. No.
And we'll probably talk about it as well. But that's not quite what I was aiming for. Mobland's closer, but truly a show that we're all watching weekly and all love. I really miss having those. We don't get them very often.
Yeah, if House of the Dragon, even after season 2 was premiering this year, I'd be fucking ready. I'd be like, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I would have hope for season 3 having good shit in it. I just also would assume that it's gonna get fucking damaged by the retarded choices.
All right, if One Piece came out this year like it was supposed to, I'd have been completely excited. But now, I don't know.
Gentlemen season 2, if that happened, if they released it fucking weekly, that would be nice.
Oh,
they won't.
They won't.
They won't.
It's Netflix.
And that's one of those series that it would have done really well weekly. It was set up as a weekly, like each episode is really dense. So you wouldn't, it was great to go to the next one, but like you could have released that weekly and it would have done really well.
Yeah, I think so. There are loads of like episodes end with dramatic moments that tie you into the next one. It's the classic TV show format. It's like,
yep.
I'm not against people wanting to binge stuff like that. It's totally normal and fine. But on the angle of, your show releasing in its own big slot, having everyone talk about it as it comes out, feels like a dead art now.
Yep. Which is too bad because getting close to finishing up X-Files, right? I'm in season 9, right? Halfway through season 9. And I hated season 9 when it came out. And I'm rewatching it going, that was pretty good. I was really fucking hard on Doggett because I just wanted MauLer was gone. So I was pissed about that. I just wasn't getting over it. But it's pretty good.
Wait, MauLer was gone?
Mulder. Sorry, not MauLer. MauLer was gone.
Was I supposed to be in a thing?
You were gone, MauLer.
Yeah, MauLer. Yeah.
Mulder was gone. He still talked about it a little bit, and he's still part of the story. But it was their final season. They Gillian Anderson is like basically a guest star. She comes in at the beginning, at the end, and has some little speech and stuff. But it's mainly Reyes and Doggett, and they're good. They're fine. They're no Mulder and Scully, but
X-Files is Mulder and Scully.
But the story, like the quality of storytelling was still there. Vince Gilligan was still there. Like you could see, like, okay, maybe back then it was considered lower tier, but compared to today's writing, it's fucking god tier. It's still good. So it's actually when they bring it back in for season 10 and 11. I don't know if you guys watch those.
I haven't seen any sex file.
Yes.
What? What? Wait, what?
Go on.
I think once upon a time I did watch the first few episodes of season 1, and I intended to watch the whole thing, and something distracted me, and I didn't continue. But I do plan to watch the whole thing at some point.
Yeah, X-Files is fucking brilliant. So they brought it back in 2016, I believe 18 or 19.
Yeah, I never saw that. I never saw that series.
There's like within those 2 seasons, there's 2 of the best episodes they've ever done. But the lore episodes are kind of subpar. But there's 2 individual episodes in each of those seasons, which are the best things they've ever done. They're so good. But one has the guy from Flight of the Condors.
Yeah,
Concords?
Fly of the Concords. Fly of the Concords. He's fucking hilarious in it, dude. And then there's a children's show one. That's a lot like the Buffy episode. Mr. Chuckle Teeth, I believe. I reviewed it like years ago, but that one's really fucking good too. That one's really good too. Okay. Flight of the Concords. Yeah, I don't know. I brain farted that. I watched every fucking episode, but you know,
great fellow New Zealanders.
So yes, so fucking good. What's the main guy's name?
Bob.
No, you got fuck you. He was in Legion the first couple seasons of Legion. He was really good. Noah Hawley, who's doing Alien Earth.
Yeah.
But is it going to be the good Noah Hawley or the cringe Noah Hawley? Because there's both. Because there's
there's
both.
a curse where you can't make good content out of the Alien universe. It's not possible. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
And Romulus too, soon enough. That'll be great,
dude. So they're starting to cast the Buffy pilot. So they have to make the pilot, and then the pilot has to pass. I don't know if any of us are going to see it. Maybe it's a movie, but MauLer. Maybe they do it as a movie and call it a pilot, and they do actually. Maybe. It's made too much news to not have a pilot that won't air. That's how I feel about it. I could be wrong.
I figure.
I don't think it's gonna.
I would have thought they'd be hounding to get a Buffy reboot for a while, considering they'd reboot something like a fucking Willow into a TV show. It's like, yeah, they probably would do Buffy, and it'll fail, right? But like you'd think there's some series of studios or producers that are just waiting for that to happen. Like, come on, let's get the Buffy one out in case that makes loads of money. It won't.
Yeah, I think they'll do it as a movie, and then that movie in quotes will be the pilot, and then they'll greenlight it.
Having Sarah Michelle Gellar behind it as like executive producer, writer, and star to an extent, I imagine the studios will be really happy with that.
Yep.
It's like a reliable thing. So I would have thought, I've said to you so many times, like, there'll be 2 seasons more than likely.
Yeah.
Because they'll have greenlit the second one as the first one's finished.
Yes.
It's not even aired.
Yes.
And then it'll air badly, and then the season 2 will air even worse, and then they'll be like, all right, that's it. By the way, Born Again, very likely that fate as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Halo was already picked up for 2 seasons before it even began. Never mind, So Velma, 2 seasons. Animation tends to get 2 seasons immediately greenlit. That's why this Superman. What was it?
Kevin Smith's He-Man, right?
Kevin Smith. That was done for 2 seasons. Yeah, and nothing heard about since. Crazy. Same with this new soy Superman fucking cartoon. 2 seasons were already greenlit.
You know what was crazy? By the way, Kevin Smith, has he apologized to Clownfish yet?
No.
He apologized to Clownfish.
No.
Clownfish TV.
Even though they got everything right.
One of the most surreal moments that I'm going to take a lot of pride in was at LA Comic-Con.
Yes.
There was a panel. There was 2 panels. There was one with us, and there was one with Kevin Smith right next door. And we eclipsed the amount of people going. We packed the room. He had about a third. And I just went. I don't like to rub things in people's faces, but
how did Clerks 3 do?
I didn't even watch it.
Did anybody watch it?
Hashtag Clownfish was right, chat.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. fucking liar. Just came out and just fucking lied. Threw them under the bus, right?
Yeah, set his fans on them. They were right, lied, and then took no responsibility. So
took
the
no
Hollywood way. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hollywood way.
But fuck Kevin Smith. Fuck that noise.
Yep.
Another fucking fake ass pretender.
And then he wrote a comic book about Spider-Man's suit ripping in the butt.
Batman pissing himself.
Yep. Which now I believe that he did not write the comic books he wrote in the early 2000s. The Green Arrow one that was good, and Guardian Devil. I think that was probably Joe Quesada helping him out a lot. That's just
well, I do have the Green Arrow ones that were pretty decent.
They're pretty decent, and the Guardian Devil's like really fucking good, like really good. So maybe I don't know, maybe that was Fat Stoner Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
And not
maybe he hasn't given that up though, has he?
No.
Yeah. He's given up the fat, but he hasn't given up the.
Well, I'm glad he's like healthy. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. And,
oh yeah, didn't he say he got a heart attack called the Widowmaker, and he like got extremely lucky with it?
Yeah, he was very lucky to survive his heart attack. Apparently.
Oh yeah, Fallout's coming out.
Oh God, I happily not remembering that. Why'd you do that to me?
The chat reminded me.
It was God, I hated that fucking show.
Can't wait to hear about season 2's way better, guys. Trust me, season 2 is way better.
Oh, she's hasn't that actress been like, I never want to do like genre stuff again?
Ella Purnell?
Really?
Yeah. I'm sure she says something like
Really?
that.
Because that's the biggest hit she's ever been in and will be in her life.
Well, she was in Arcane as well, which is pretty genre.
That's pretty genre, but it's a voice actor. So, hey, when's the next Arcane coming out, MauLer?
I mean, it's going to be a Noxus thing. They're probably going to fast track it, relatively speaking, which means we'll get it in 15 years. I won't care.
Oh my God, I'll be in my adult diaper and I can watch Arcane.
I already am. But that's just a choice I've made.
Yeah. Okay. Let me not by choice. Okay, not by choice. I want to clarify. Sorry. Let's get to Soups, guys and gal, who's upstairs. What up, X-Ray girl?
I have I had dogs.
The dog's still there. Where's Remy?
Tasty.
Remy's downstairs.
Now, don't eat my fucking dogs this time, okay?
Well, one came back from the dead somehow, so I guess I get round 2.
They always come back, X-Ray girl. We buried him in a pet cemetery.
Oh no.
Yeah.
My dog was desperately trying to find somewhere to hide their treat. And then they were hiding it and then coming up to us and going,
You didn't give me one?
I've lost my treat. Let's go find it. So
cute.
So then I'd go find the treat, and then if I got near it, I'd run, grab it, and then fucking run off with this treat, trying to find somewhere else to hide it. Oh, it's a fun game we played.
Oh, that's adorable.
Well, it makes you realize that you are the pet.
Yeah, well, it also makes you realize that we don't deserve these gorgeous creatures.
We don't. They're pure innocence and love. That's all they are.
Oh,
unconditional love.
Yeah,
dude, my dog. I hadn't seen my dog for months, and my dog peed herself. She was so excited when she saw me. Yeah, she was freaking out. So, I was like, yeah, I can't. I want to get that reception every time I come home. Maybe not peeing yourself, but being really excited.
I have to voluntarily wear diapers at that rate.
Yeah. I can't believe I got to leave her again. Drives me crazy. Pac-Man 76 2 parts for $20 says, will Amazon's new Bond really be a white British guy? I was starting to look forward to seeing Dr. Ho, you only shoplift twice, the spy who robbed me and licensed to steal. I mean, it's either that or more sad sack Daniel Craig Bond like Traumas Are Forever. Live and Let Cry, The Spy Who Traumatized Me, or Testosterone Is Not Enough, right? Oh, that's good.
That last one's good.
That last one's good. MauLer, Denis will be directing. That's the proper pronunciation, by the way. Bond. What do you think, guys?
Not who I would pick, but probably a better pick than, I don't know, 80% of directors available.
Yeah.
I think he's got a good script behind him. I think he could be excellent.
I just don't associate any of the films I've enjoyed from him or seen from him. I don't like. There's no Bond DNA in any of them. There's a bit in maybe like Prisoners, or some of his action scenes could translate to Bond, maybe. But he's very serious. Very. I don't even mean this. I'm trying to find a better way to say it, but he's very dry. Like Bond, I find is got a charming, fun element to it that I'm not sure Denis Villeneuve is suited for. But I'm absolutely happy to give him a shot.
Yeah, he does. His movies don't have swagger,
which that's his style, and I actually, from him I love. So it's like, yeah, I get it.
Bond needs swagger. Like they need to bring that back. They absolutely need to and I'm not saying Roger Moore level camp, although I love that stuff. I mean Connery. I can't wait to get back, MauLer. I got my Connery 4K Bond set. I'm just gonna watch them all. And they had tons of levity. They were funny. He was really, we need that again. We need, we don't have to go nuts with the gadgets, but we need gadgets. We need fucking rag cars. We need swagger. We need him fucking crushing pussy. We need him fucking killing people with his license to kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Doom wouldn't give you Bond vibes at all. Arrival, definitely not. Like Sicario is probably my favorite from him.
Yep.
And arguably, there's elements of it that could match, but again, you watch Sicario, not Bond. There's nothing like Bond in there. And again, it doesn't mean that a director can't adapt. It's just that I don't know. It's funny. It felt kind of like it was always going to go between him or Nolan. Ultimately, in a way, in terms of a good result. Obviously, it could have ended up some way worse. So we'll see. We shall see.
We shall see. Yeah, it's it's kind of I feel the same way. It's like totally not my first pick, but it could have been so much worse. So let's give it a shot. I just don't know how different his stuff will be from Sam Mendes, because they're very similar.
I like Skyfall a lot. I think Skyfall is the second best Bond movie behind Casino Royale, which is the best.
For Craig, you mean? Yeah.
For Craig.
Yeah, for Craig, yeah.
For Craig.
Just for Daniel Craig.
I want to mention that means nothing, because Spectre was god awful. Quantum of Solace, no one remembers, and I did not fucking like No Time to Die.
I would have Quantum of Solace as my third favorite.
There you go. That tells you exactly what that's getting.
Yeah. Then it would be Spectre. Then it would be No Time to fucking have
Quantum of Solace was just an epilogue to fucking Casino Royale. That's all it was.
It was a long epilogue, but I did like the the nihilism in that one.
I just like
it was a really, really nihilistic fucking film.
For me, the Brosnan era it just descended in quality the whole way through. I like GoldenEye the most. Then probably Tomorrow Never Dies. Then probably World's Not Enough, and then Die Another Day.
I'd like to rewatch the. GoldenEye.
I like all the theme songs from those movies, though.
But I think I'd like to watch the Brosnan ones back.
I do too.
To see how they kind of held up, because after GoldenEye, I was not really into any of his films.
I enjoy World's Not Enough. It's got goof in it, but
yeah, I did too.
I mean, Robert Carlyle as Renard, right? I think is the bad guy, where he had like a bullet lodged in his head, so he couldn't feel pain. That's such a Bond villain. I want that back.
Dude.
Like, I think Casino Royale nailed it, right? Like they cried blood.
I loved all his movies, okay? And even the shitty ones, I fucking walked out of them going, that was fun. I don't care.
Well, Die Another Day is a wacky fucking
movie. It is
wacky movie. I love
crazy film, that.
I love it.
That
We
is
should
a
do something on Bond
bonkers
someday.
Bond
We should
movie.
do like an episode where we talk about Bond or something, rank some
Okay.
shit, you know?
Well,
Let's
remember
do
we were in discussions once to do that show. Well, we're gonna
Hey,
we were
that's
gonna
not
go
off the
through
table,
all.
okay, buddy?
Hey, oh, we
That's not
were
off
gonna
the
go through.
table.
We're gonna go through all.
I
the
know. I
Bond
said
films.
that's not off the table.
It's not off the
okay,
table. Let him
so-
finish his sentence, okay? Yes, Jesus.
What do you think the table is at?
Yeah. I am the table. Vector visual for Fitty. Because I hardly ever get to watch you guys live, but just wanted to show some appreciation. Now, publish that damn book, Gary. Oh, thanks, brother. Thank you. It's being released. I have to do stuff today. But
I need to talk to you about that.
Am I in trouble for something again?
No.
Okay.
Yes. No.
A little bit.
But I need. Yeah. No. But I need to talk to you about that.
Yeah, I got to work on a song for the trailer, and then that's pretty much it. And then we're gonna try to release it around Superman. So a couple weeks. Thanks, brother. The God of Gravy for 19.99 proper British poundage. Friendly reminder that it has been 8,796 days since the world learned that Pearl Harbor sucked and Michael Bay missed the mark. Pretty long time. Almost as long as it feels since you guys promised to do a top 5 Doctor Who stories.
What? I don't remember that.
What are you talking about? That's
crazy
lies.
talk.
It was great when we completed that years ago.
Yeah. Why would you lie?
Steve O. What's the matter? Hang on. Hang on. You guys take over.
I can read.
I
So
heard the mention of Spectre there.
Yeah, I heard Spectre. Is there going to be a Bond fight going on in there?
I don't know.
Spectre was the greatest
Spectre's the
fucking movie.
greatest Bond movie ever. Oh my god.
Steve-O, thank you for the 1999, as well as Josh Kelsey with the 1999. Doesn't say anything and just walks away.
No, that's Josh. Josh working as Josh is intended.
Here, okay. So Eddie Brock, with the 5.99 euros. So it took as a trio of trans to come back and review a terrible superhero TV show. I can see a pattern emerging. By the way, how's Chat's mom?
She's good.
That's good. Love Chat's mom. And Eddie Brock again with 5.99 euros says, MauLer, would you consider doing an EFAP on the second best Jurassic Park movie, The Lost World? It's better than the Jurassic Park quadruple combined.
I mean, we probably will talk about it a bit on Saturday, but probably not like full coverage. I have quite a solid dislike of The Lost World. I rewatched it and I remembered all the reasons why. Justice for Eddie, that poor character, did everything he could to save the shit out of the characters, and then he got torn apart by dinosaurs very cruelly. I'm tempted to just like make a fucking whole ass video about that. It upsets me so much. He didn't deserve it.
Do it.
Justice for Eddie.
I need MauLer short. Ish Fine for 5 euros says MauLer and Gary play Claire Obscure. Pre-playing the name is Expedition 33. Post it's Claire Obscure. You'll understand by the end. Yeah, MauLer, are you gonna play that game?
Yeah, so to be clear, I haven't really played much of any games, certainly not on stream for a really long time. I'm working really hard on something, but the second it's done, or at least in a better position of completion, I'd like to stream that. Yeah.
Okay. I think you'll like it. Arian for 40 yen says, as what worked for weight loss, exercise or diet?
Diet. I mean,
Yeah.
both, but if you don't get the diet right, the exercise isn't going to do too much. You can
I think
exercise till you're blue in the face.
Tends to be said it's like 80-20 on
Yeah.
strictly weight loss, but
Yes.
exercise is good for a lot more than just weight loss.
Oh yeah. Exercise is I mean, don't take that as a don't do exercise, because exercise is great for cardiovascular, stamina build up, so many positive things for your body. But in terms of weight loss, unless you're getting that diet aspect right,
You'll
you
never
can
lose
still
it.
you could be in a lot of
There's literal scientific research on this, and they say if you do diet, that's the main thing, but if you add the exercise on top, because if you do weightlifting, you will continue to lose calories after you're done working out.
Yeah, it's same with all exercise. All exercise. That's why they say do weights, don't just do cardio. Because when you're doing weights, and of course you're tearing your muscles when you're doing weights, if your body to repair, it's got to burn energy. You actually lose more money. You
Calories?
Sorry, I'm so used to talking about Disney today. You actually lose more calories sleeping the night after you've done exercise than you do burning the calories in the gym itself. So yeah, the gym effectors have a double effect.
Chuck Erickson Spuck Convoy for $4.99 says, "Hey Az, I'm a fellow Transformer fan. What are your thoughts on the new studio series 86 Devastator?"
I'm actually got a eBay open right here, and I'm actually looking at some 1995 mint in box Transformers as we speak to see if I can maybe add one of these to my collection. I'm sort of liking the look of that. Kind of liking the look of that hoist right now. I don't personally collect the studio series. I do have some of it though. I have like the studio series, Cut, Blur, Rodimus Prime, Hot Rod, stuff like that. But the Devastator looks good. The studio Devastator does look really good. If I did collect the studio series, I would definitely have that Devastator in there. I'm currently working on the Fans Toys Devastator. There's 2 parts out at the minute, and I think Scrapper is coming next. So yeah, but that's where I'm going with my collection. But yeah, the studio series Devastator is good stuff.
Nice. Nick Tomato with 5 CHF. How is X-Ray Girl more Chinese looking than MauLer? Swiss. Franks. Thank you. Because I am Chinese.
No,
play into it. Yeah,
you're Vietnamese.
There you go. Yeah. So, let's see. Dave Filoni's dog for $5 says, "Did you summon me as? I hope it's because you plan on euthanizing me. If so, please do. Dave is getting the butter out. He's going to game in again." Oh my god. Az, please save him.
I would do everything in my power to save you if I could, Dave Filoni's dog. I really would.
We have Dawnbreaker for $5 says, "Let's start with some nerd questions today. How would Moon Knight do in Gotham if he switched places with Batman? Would he do better or worse?"
I'm not too sure on what Moon Knight's policy on killing is.
Yeah, I actually saw this question in the same vein, but with Iron Man instead. It's like, how would Iron Man do dealing with Batman's enemies? Like, he would fucking wipe the floor with them because he doesn't care about killing.
Yeah,
he would just fucking blast them. They will be dead.
Because yeah, if there's a no kill policy with, if there's a kill policy with Moon Knight, it'd be one and done with a lot of these.
Yeah, Batman, his power is obviously having so much intelligence and resources and technology, but Moon Knight's got full on like superpowers, right?
Yes.
So you would fuck up a lot of them.
Yes.
I think, as far as I know, because Gary can answer this, as far as I know, Moon Knight will kill, but I can't know for sure.
He killed his own show.
I mean,
let's see
wasting
here.
Oscar Isaac, man.
I know, that is a crime. He's so good as Oscar Isaac.
Great casting choice, but oh well.
Yeah. And I really liked that first episode.
There's plenty to work with, but nope.
Nope. After that, it was downhill.
Raziel Van Vale for $5 says, "MauLer, I heard you might be covering the H3 lawsuit / drama. If so, I really hope you invite Nicholas Diorio and Az."
Yeah. We would 100% have Nick on for anything related to stuff like that. He's like an expert. We'd also have Az on if he wanted.
The Boogie arc was a moment in time.
That was amazing.
That was an absolute moment in time, and those were, again, this is not a backhanded compliment or any sort of, but my God, to me, the most favorite EFAP I've ever done by a substantial amount. It was I think we were all so on the same page and just dumbfounded by this utter
It's
piece of
such a
fucking
story.
filth.
What a fucking liar, you know?
Mm.
We did the start to, well, it's not finished now. There's plenty more chapters that technically exist because he's been streaming with Lolcow Live, and there's all kinds of controversies that have come out, but they're all like fake versions, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
It's all done for, like, there was a thing of he threw his girlfriend onto a table. It's like, yeah, he probably did that to make fun of Wings of Redemption. That's probably what that is. It's not real. None of it's real.
I think
He has a girlfriend.
the only way this arc goes is that they actually find a tramp and kill them. I think that's the only place where this fucking goes now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's whatever. But yes, it is, I think, voted often as like the favorite EFAPs now, the Boogie arc. Makes sense.
That was mad.
Yeah. Quite revelatory.
By the way, so just to that other Transformers guy, I'm really, really tempted to pick up the Studio Series Optimus Prime, by the way. That I am really interested in picking up. I've been umming and ahhing for a while on that. Just saying.
MechLink on the Streamlabs for $20 says, here's some money to buy Extra Girl.
Transformers?
Oh, I wish. 5 words to speak on the show because I know it's the only way the guys will let her speak. Also, pineapple pizza is the best. Well, I've spoken almost way too much now, so I'm going to have negative words for the future.
Thank God.
Chris 1306 with 70 czars says, good day fellas, in regards to the Jurassic Slop movie coming out, all I can say is Kentucky Ballistics latest video demonstrates how quickly a gun can solve a dinosaur problem.
Oh my God, I've made this point so many times, and we still get people every once in a while in like our comment section being like, no, the reptile dinosaur skin is tough enough to be able to handle. It's like, no, it is a gun. Stop. Guns are not, no animal like naturally is able to account for the fucking 50 cal right to the brain. So it's like, oh, that's a little bit unusual. They would be shit in the war.
Yes.
Ministry of Wrongthing for $9.99 says, sup bros and the Asian. Is it true Princess Bride is getting a sequel, or was that fake news? I hope not.
I haven't heard anything.
Have you, MauLer?
Heard anything about what? Sorry.
Princess Bride getting a sequel.
No, I don't think I've heard anything.
Okay, good. Dawnbreaker for 5 says, have you guys watched the TV show Sleepy Hollow before? If so, what do you think of it personally? I think it fell off after Abby left the show.
No, I watched the film, obviously Tim Burton film, but not the show.
When did that come out?
The Sleepy Hollow movie or the show? Show's, I'd say 10 years ago.
2013, apparently. I never heard of it.
No, thereabouts. Yeah.
Might have been too young to even.
I remember the show being on, but I don't think we got it in the UK, and I didn't want to. I think I just couldn't be asked to high seas it.
Tony Soprano on the Streamlabs side for 1776 says, play the Marvel Rivals Season 3 trailer that just dropped. It's just 90 seconds, yet gets everything right about Blade that Marvel Studios failed to get. I cannot.
Well, in all fairness, we don't have to watch the trailer because that game gets everything right pretty much.
I mean, like some of the looks of some of those superheroes are just.
So I wouldn't say they've actually done anything wrong yet.
Icon Alice with $10 says, RIP to Jim Shooter. Met him last December. Was a nice guy. Told me the story of hiring Frank Miller through publication of the 82 Wolverine miniseries. Man truly was a legend.
Yeah, it's big. That's a big RIP.
And Hunter Devarak with $4.99 says, we're officially in July. Recently did my new setup of my movies. What's your favorite 4K transfer you own? Cheers and have a great 4th of July. I don't know about transfer, but Lord of the Rings is my favorite 4K.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my 4K Lord of the Rings is bueno.
I was gonna say that could be the answer because it would just be what is my favorite film out of the lot, but also the one that I don't have any complaints about its 4K version.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know if we've talked about it, but even James Cameron didn't care about like some of the fuck ups on Aliens and T2 and stuff like that. So Lord of the Rings, I'm pretty sure, was handled with extreme care when it was transferred to 4K, which you just don't get enough of.
I'm happy with my Prisoner 4K. My Prisoner 4K.
With another $4.99. Since the new
Hi.
South Park season is coming up, you got to queue up the video of the clip Trey Parker doing the human centipede scene.
Yeah,
It's good.
That clip's hilarious.
I have not seen that.
He's just doing. There's a better one where he's doing like loads of different stereotype voices.
Yeah,
it's just funny as fuck.
It's so good. I wish we had time. But yes, most anticipated thing of this month is South Park season 27, which is in 8 days. 8 days.
Do we get it all at once or one at a time?
Sorry for the bad timing there. We have our inspectors because the house was kind of not finished. It was being renovated and it's not finished. So we have inspectors coming over, and I'm dealing with Jeremy Clarkson kind of stuff right now. So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's good. Go ahead, X-Ray Girl. Continue.
Well then we'll start with this one. Gollum's half-botched circumcision leftover with 50,000 PYG says, Gary, will there be any signed options of your book? Start practicing my name, mofo.
Yep. Okay. Yes, there will be.
Okay. This is Nakmaman on the Streamlabs side for $15 says, X-Ray Girl showed up at my place drunk last night. She said, baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. When she says, baby, well, I can't help but be scared of it all sometimes, and the rain's going to wash away. I believe it. Wait a minute. Those are lyrics to 3 a.m. by Matchbox 20. I apologize. I often confuse Matchbox 20 lyrics with the real life. Sorry, X-Ray Girl. Honest mistake. Thanks, Nakmaman. I was in bed very early last night.
Yeah, you went to bed at like 9. And me and the boy watched World's End. It was great.
They started the movie and I almost fell asleep right there on the couch.
It's got such a good beginning.
I love the whole movie.
Yep, I do too. Wanted to listen to Sisters of Mercy afterwards.
Ruby with 70s says, have you all checked out the trailer for Andy Weir's Hail Mary starring Ryan Gosling? Looking good. Hopefully as good as The Martian. It does.
I like the trailer. I agree, though, it showed way too much, but I guess they kind of had to. But I like the book, so hopefully they do it justice, because it's a fun little story about friendship in space while the world ends.
I got it on audiobooks. There's a Prime sale going on for that right now.
Oh, good.
It's good price.
Get it. It's a good audiobook. It's good.
And then Not Your Average Fan for $5 says, in the first year of collecting comics, I officially have 4 long boxes. Currently collecting all Uncanny X-Men and Ghost Rider Volume 2. I have about 200/400.
Well
Brilliant.
done.
Excellent.
It's better than my first year. Can't really remember
and what you've started collecting, like,
yeah. My first year was whatever allowance money I got for whatever chores I did, running down and getting a couple of comic books, a thing of Pringles and a Coke.
Mine was
riding my bike to the market.
Yeah, working a burger flipper job to earn some shekels to travel to Leeds to buy as many comics as I could with my fucking wages, and that was that, which tended to be Batman back issues.
Dude, I could buy comic books with a quarter back in the day.
Well, when I started collecting, they were 60 pence, just moving to 70 pence for a floppy, and you could get back issues for sometimes 25 pence to 50 pence as well. So you could come out with a nice stack of back issues. And then I remember that huge leap when they changed the paper. They changed the paper, they changed the printing, and it went from 70 pence to like £1.25. It's like, what? So that's literally it's almost like doubled the price of it. And so your one comic, your 2 comics became 1.
We got time for a couple more.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to jump out of here because I got to finish
right.
with the inspectors. Sorry.
Boujalicious the third for $2 is going to be a good day when I hear "Kickstart My Heart."
There you go. It's a good one.
Arian for 200 yen says, here in Asia, everyone knows who Superman is. My 92-year-old grandma doesn't know what a DC or comic book is, but she knows Superman and what he stands for. That's how important Superman is in American literature.
Mm-hmm. In that CBS thing, they had 2 opportunities to say truth, justice, and the American way, and they didn't. They go truth, justice, and you know the rest.
Oh, fuck yourself. You cowards. You fucking cowards.
Yep.
Wow.
You spineless fucking cowards.
All right. So we got to wrap it up there. I want to thank everyone who left a super chat donation. We will do a square up on Monday on Nerdrotic Live and Rumble at 11 a.m. on Nerdrotic Live and Rumble, like I just said. What do you got coming up, Az?
Chat. This is an all-out bulletin. We are 211 books away now from 10,000 copies of Saints and Sinners sold. Just 211 books. I think the link is in the description.
Yes, it is.
It is. The link's in the description down below. Please, can you make that happen for us? That would be absolutely unbelievable to hit 10,000 copies sold. So yeah, Saints and Sinners is doing brilliantly. So if you could do that, I'd be so grateful. And a massive thank you to everyone who has. Tomorrow, Ripping the Silverback is going to be on Eric's channel. Dan Vasquez is going to be back because there's going to be some big discussion about why. Because there's been a whole thing with this single.
Eric's single?
Yeah. And
what?
And what numbers have been counting and what numbers haven't been counted. And so, yeah, there's going to be a big discussion about that tomorrow. Don't miss that. That's going to be good shit. It's going to be really good shit. Otherwise, I'll be on FNT to discuss stupid dinosaurs. And next week, Real BBC is still on this channel to make up for the back-to-back that I did. This is going to be back-to-back for Real BBC. So next week, back on Gary's channel for Real BBC.
Great. MauLer.
Yeah. One of those things, you know. I got my Jurassic World coming up on Saturday, but we're probably going to discuss it on Open Bar on Thursday, as well as the end of Ironheart. What a journey it's been. Obviously, really into that and everything. And then I think, unfortunately, because of how everything works, we're probably doing a second episode on Sunday this week to do Ironheart refab. I think Rag will be hosting that one, so best of luck to him.
Good luck.
That's what's coming up for me.
Awesome.
Other than making a video gradually.
I hear you. X-Ray Girl.
Let's see. Tomorrow, Nooner, and in the evening, Poor Choices. Egypt in the link below. If you're interested in history and hanging out with us and touching rocks, you should check out the Egypt trip. There's very few tickets left. 7 last I checked. So once they're sold out, they're sold out. So if you're interested, definitely check it out.
Cool. Book a couple weeks. Doing a watch party for Ironheart tonight on the channel for members. Ironheart video in a couple days. Fucking dinosaurs this weekend. I have to deal with IRL stuff now. So
general recommendation though, don't fuck dinosaurs. You'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, can you even find any?
Certain people just might find a way.
Ooh, life has that about it.
That's kind of true.
Yeah. Around the anniversary of Mr. Hands, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Oh.
Somebody reminded me of that yesterday. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. Thanks to all the lurkers. Thanks to everyone who participated. We'll see you for this show. Same time next week. I'll be back in Texas. In the meantime, everybody have a great day. Ciao.
Bye.